are listening to Digital Denizens.
Try to just move over more. There you go. Perfect. And stay there for the next 2.5 hours.
Where are we staying for 2.5 hours?
My place. Let's go.
Let's do it. What's up, guys? Everybody, welcome to the Digital Denizens. This is where we live to discuss all things in the ever-expansive gaming realm. Today is September 3rd, episode 44, and I am your host, Keith Whalen, aka the Gamer Stache. Alongside me, I am joined by Annie Morales, also aka Howl. We have AJ from A4GZ, AJ Volpe, and
Hello.
Hello. And the Redbeard of my dreams, C, Redbeard of the Sea, devoted Saint Retros, Matthew Philandro. How the hell are you guys doing tonight?
It's Philandro,
Fantastic.
not Philandro.
I'm
Philandro.
sorry. I was thinking of like flan. I was like that.
Oh,
that
it's not flan. It literally says land in the middle.
Philandro. No, I'm just kidding.
It's Captain Flan.
Philly for short. God damn it. Philly cheesesteak. That's what it is.
Cheesesteak for sure.
And he tastes just as wonderful.
Yes, that beard tastes just as wonderful.
Oops. Okay, bye.
Deuces.
I said too much.
It is good to have you guys on the show. I know it's been a while. AJ was on last week, but he wasn't on for the whole episode, so it doesn't count. No, I'm just kidding.
I was only half there.
It was like half, yeah. And
Story of my life.
It's been a while since Matt's been on, and Annie, it's been probably like 6 months or longer since we had you on the show.
Yeah.
I think the last time I was on, she was on too.
I think you're right. Yeah.
See, and now her hair matches your beard. See what happens in the span of 6 months?
She's out.
We didn't mean that as a bad thing. I think, honestly,
it's a beautiful head of hair. That's what I'm saying. He's got a beautiful beard. You got a beautiful hair.
Right. It's a good
head
look.
of hair. That's what you say.
Head of hair.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Well, you know what they say. Hair today, gone tomorrow. I'll be here all day.
Sorry. That's way too funny. I miss you, AJ. Guys.
You were on last Friday.
I know, but still, I still miss him.
Listen, people.
Well, guys, we've got an intriguing episode ahead of us full of loops, pixels, and nonsense. But before we do, remember, if you guys want to write into the podcast, have us read your funny anecdotes, interesting or emotionally charged video game stories, offer up ridiculous life questions like, what is the Dagger of Time? Well, if you've played the Prince of Persia games, then you know that they brought about the Dagger of Time. And yes, we were left speechless. The coveted ancient device was much more than a manipulator of time, though. Through time powers, the power of delay, revival, destiny, haste, and restraint, the prince could defeat enemies much easier as well as gain clues on how to proceed on his journey. Here's to hoping we stumble across a Dagger of Time in some ancient pyramid, pawn shop, or even right here on the podcast sometime soon. Oh my goodness, it is a puppy. That puppy is gorgeous.
Yes, he is.
I want him.
Say hi, Cloud.
Have we figured
That
out?
is oh my God, you're in space. Nope, you're in the skyline.
It's in a cyberpunk city. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Why? Because everything is cyberpunk.
Exactly. What do I eat for breakfast? Cyberpunk.
Cloud.
What do I have for lunch? Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk O's.
What is this beer made out of? Straight up cyberpunk.
Nice.
Nanomachines.
Cyber beer.
Oh my God, I want the fluffy puppy.
He
I want him.
is so cute. Oh my goodness. This podcast has been just taken over by the cutest puppy
Nope.
in the world.
Cloud. Here, take the baby.
Take the baby. All right, but if you guys want to write in or want to share with us what you're currently playing, we'd be thrilled to share your thoughts with the rest of the listeners. Let's see. I wanted to, what was I going to say? I totally blanked out. We have not started back up the content creation corner. That's still kind of something I'm waiting to bring back. But we like to have you guys on the podcast because we're all part of New Game Plus Network, which is a good way to get involved with like-minded people. We have the Discord, we have Instagram, New Game Plus Network, and kind of get a little bit into mental well-being and mental health and kind of aim towards that kind of thing, because everybody has a tough time in everyday life, whether gaming or work or whatever, and
He was bragging.
and it's a good way to, kind of link up with people. And if you want to come onto our Discord or Instagram and you just want to vent and hang out with us or play games or whatever, like, it's a good place to come and meet new people and just to let loose. It's a safe environment, no judgment passed on anybody. So please.
That's for AJ.
What's that?
I said just
Except for
AJ.
Except for AJ.
Except
He's
AJ.
a questionable character there.
You're still muted, babe. What?
He didn't.
Can you hear me
there he
now?
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn it! It's every time I hit freaking M.
You were just
Well, that's
yelling
what
into the
that's what I have.
microphone and it was just nothing.
I'm just like going like, fucking damn it, just shit, just listen to what I'm saying.
Listen to the words coming out of my mouth.
Why is anybody responding? Am I a ghost? Can you not see me? Do I not exist?
We can
That's
see
what
you,
we
you
did. We
jerks.
did. We gave him a hotkey for Discord when he's playing on a stream.
Yeah, so now anytime I type and the freaking letter M is in there, it mutes me and I completely fucking forget.
Mhm.
And then these things happen.
Especially when we're playing together, like playing like Splitgate or something.
That's awesome. Oh, but yes. So please come find us on New Game Plus Network, Instagram, Discord. We have merch for all of our channels on Store Frontier at jyachannel.com. Speaking of merch, if you guys are interested in some really awesome merch, we are sponsored by none other than dun 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 Devoted Saint Retro, Matthew Philandro.
That's an interesting last name.
I was gonna say Flandro, but he told me that wasn't right.
Philandro.
Philandro.
Now his name is Matthew.
Yeah, you got it, man. But Matt creates a lot of really awesome art with wood and CNC 3D printing. Yes, my hand model. Please show off your work for me. And those are the cart stands.
Wrong hands.
They're the three wrong hands.
And an unpreviewed item.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god!
Jumbo size Game Boy.
That is so.
I'm gonna
freaking cool.
probably. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get a piece of like sticker or something like that.
to put a label on it. Yeah.
Put a label on it. Like I might do like. I could do our channels. That would be kind of cool.
Ooh, that would be freaking cool, man. I like that idea.
I do like lithophanes. I sell video games. I got it all.
Yeah.
I do everything.
Yes, go check them out on Instagram, Devoted Saint Retro. There's a shop link, or you can go straight to the website and you can use the discount code.
And I also have an Etsy.
And you got Etsy too?
Mhm.
Nice. What's your, is it just Devoted Saint Retro
It's
on Etsy?
Devoted Saint Retro, yeah, on Etsy.
Okay.
I only have a couple of things. I'm gonna do like the smaller signs, which are these.
Mm-hmm.
Also possibly gonna do like the Hylian shield.
Nice.
This one's not complete. It's just I had it here.
No, that's cool, man.
But I'll do those. I'll be doing like teams for different sports, probably NFL and NHL to start. But I'll be doing a bunch of stuff, and I'll do a bunch of like 3D printed projects also.
That's awesome. I like it. The discount code, if you guys are interested, is devotedsaintretro.com/discount/double-D10. It's also the size of my hands.
I was about to say double D is like, am I the only one who's going to address the elephant in the room?
We have a lady here. Please.
But D's
Yeah.
nuts. Oh!
Oh!
What's up?
Sick
That
burn.
is totally the opposite way I was expecting you to take that.
I knew he was gonna go that way.
It's beautiful.
I knew it.
Beautiful.
See, I make you look over here and I go that way.
Look at this
Distraction.
hand.
Oh my god, that's awesome. All right. What do you guys say? We dive right in? Video
Yes.
games? Video
Gamey
games.
gamies.
Video games. What are you
I
buying?
know.
What are you playing? Did that give you chills, Annie? I know, me too.
Ooh.
Let's start with Annie. What are you playing?
Yeah.
What's that?
Ladies first.
Yeah, ladies
Chivalry.
first. Yeah, I don't know. You haven't been on in a while. We're gonna give you the first chance to talk about what you've been playing.
Exactly.
And we know what AJ has been playing, so
Yeah.
he streams.
No idea what you mean.
All his fans.
Hashtag shameless plug.
Shameless plug. All his fans know what he plays.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like a million subscribers. It's ridiculous. He won't stop talking about it.
Only 500,000. Millions next week.
And he plays this automaton.
The automaton? That'd be funny.
You should totally get one. You
I
should
think so.
totally get one. And you should totally get it flesh colored.
I agree with the first one. The second one, probably not so much, because it'll be like, what the hell is that? It's my thing I play with. Get out.
Get out.
It's very flute-like. It's bulbous on one side.
Oh my goodness.
Does it look like something that you think it is? Because it's not.
Way to go, perverts.
Continue.
I have no say on this one. So yeah,
Oh my god.
mine's out of the gutters. It's an instrument. Damn
Come
it.
on, it's an instrument. Go ahead,
It's a
Andy.
funny instrument.
Okay. Recently I just got back into Cuphead.
Oh, nice. I know somebody who likes Cuphead quite a bit. My girlfriend. And AJ.
I haven't played it since it came out.
It is I do enjoy that game. It is cool. It's so fucking hard though. That's my problem. But
Where'd you get up to in Cuphead?
get out of here, Annie. If you beat the game, I swear to God.
Okay. Okay, I haven't beat it yet. I just started like a week ago. But so far I've been going like balls to the wall.
Yeah, you can say that.
Well,
Since
my
Jay
mom was
already
looking
started
at
it.
We
me.
don't accept that.
My mom was looking at me. Anyways, I was going like balls to the. I was going balls to the walls. Walls. Oh my. Anyway.
Balls to the wall. Yeah, got it.
Anyway, so like I was like playing the first level and I was like, it's taking forever. So I just went straight to the boss.
Like, wait, which boss?
To the boss.
Oh, like the
To the
devil?
boss for that section. No. To the boss for that section.
Oh, okay. Isn't it?
Wait,
I
which
think
boss
the
bomb?
first one is the. Isn't it the carrot? It's like the really large carrot on the farm or whatever.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
think
The what? No.
Who's the first
It's
boss?
the blue. It's the blue. You like when you shoot him, he like. It's kind of. Hold on. Let me try to find his name. Anyway, but yeah, I went to him. Took me like I don't know, a couple tries, and then like I beat him. And I went to the next boss, which is honestly my favorite boss. That's when what's her name turns into a blimp and like does like some of the she does like Taurus, Gemini, and I think that's it. She only does 2. And
So I think the first boss is the carrot on the farm.
I didn't go to the carrot.
I'm telling you, it's the carrot.
What I fought first was the little
Are you sure you were playing
blue
Cuphead?
guy.
Sounds like
Yes.
an entirely different game than what we're talking about.
That'd be hilarious.
Close the blinds just a little bit.
Okay.
Watch the dog.
Okay. Let me.
Oh, real quick.
This guy.
Anybody in the chat, if you want to contribute to the conversation, please do. We are more than welcome to have your input. Oh, that guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember fighting.
Yeah.
I don't remember fighting him first. I still think you're lying, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
Not mistaken, but just like you're calling her a flat out liar.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta stir.
Anyway.
I gotta stir the shit on this show. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're the host. You kind of have to do that.
It's his show, so he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Not it, really. What are we gonna say? No.
You're not allowed to do it, Keith. You're not allowed to do it.
Anyway, yes. Go ahead, Annie.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I don't. Maybe I skipped something, but like, yeah, I fought him first. Then I went to the blimp lady, and then I went. I'm like working on the flower right now.
Wait, which one? I'm sorry.
The flower, the big ass flower.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I think like I was like the night before I was working on him, and I thought I beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did it again, and I didn't.
See,
The false sense of security. I hate that when in a game, like you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to this point, and then you turn it off, and then you realize that you've been playing for the last 3 hours, and then you didn't save.
oh, dude,
That's like
yes.
the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
I do that shit on Pokemon games like all the time.
I think that like that's kind of one thing I do like about the Switch though, which is kind of nice because you can just like hit the power button and it doesn't close your app. You can pick up right where you left off, even if you just paused it or whatever.
Or it's even worse when you do that, and you've been playing like Breath of the Wild for like 4 hours, 5 hours,
Oh,
and then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna play a different game, and you totally forget to save, and then you turn it back on the next time, and you're like,
no way.
no.
That's
I
terrible.
just finished, and then no, there is no God. Yeah,
it
I feel
doesn't
you. I've done that.
exist. I know. See, I don't know. Like, I do like the Cuphead game. I love the art style because it reminds me of like the old like Mickey Mouse cartoons and stuff, like those old
They're
50s.
coming out with I think they're coming out with a Netflix series
Oh yeah.
in that same
They
style.
are actually. Yep.
Yes, I do remember hearing about that. I love that art style. It's just like I just wish that they had like an easier difficulty than what they have. You know what I mean? Like, cuz I get
Yeah,
it. Like if you want that challenging like experience, that's cool, but I think they should have
but-
like made an easier difficulty as well if you just
I
want to
mean,
play casual.
I'm gonna tell you right now, as much as I'm not a big fan of Cuphead, I
Mhm.
do applaud them for not having a difficult thing. I love the fact of the matter that they don't, because that's like old games, old Nintendo games.
That's true,
They don't
yeah.
have a difficulty setting. It's whatever difficulty it is,
Yeah.
that's what you're stuck with.
You're
That
either
makes sense.
good or you're not.
That's true. I can stand behind
That's about
that.
it.
That makes sense.
It's like Dark Souls though too. It's like it's a beautiful game,
Yeah.
and you wish that baby.
Babies. What's with all the babies? We got so many babies on the podcast tonight.
Hold on. Now I'm jealous. I gotta bring my baby.
Bring
up.
your baby in.
All right.
I just have a bag of
If
pretzels.
he
Everybody?
literally just was this, I was about to say before up his hand, I was gonna die.
Her name is Light. She's named
so
after
beautiful.
her mother.
Like, oh my god. AJ, you should be so proud to be a parent right now.
She's got the same color eyes that I do.
So pretty.
I just have this bag of pretzels and a beer. I don't know what its name is.
Is it-
I want a beer. You get a
Yikes.
beer.
I was in one of those moods. It's like I want to hang out with my friends and I want to drink beer,
Hell yeah, man.
and I'm doing it. Well, actually, I'm hanging out with my friends and eating Chipotle right now. Then I'm gonna drink beer.
All good choices.
And probably play video games later, and then be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Why did I decide to drink? I drank a month ago. I don't drink so often anymore like I used to, and I got fucked up. So the next day,
Putting it
I'm just
lightly.
saying it's a family friendly version. I got fucked up.
Plan B.
But
When Plan A
really
didn't
no other
work.
way to put it. But yeah, I woke up. I thought I was gonna have this massive hangover, and I didn't. That's really the whole beginning, middle, and the end of the story.
It was
I
a
was just
beautiful
proud of myself.
story. can totally
Yeah.
get into that. Yeah.
I mean, it's like the beginning is that, and the ending was
This,
terrible.
and-
Anyway.
Yeah.
enough of my alcohol addiction. What are you guys doing?
Was there anything else that you wanted to say about Cuphead?
No, but I did want to mention another game that I got into over the summer.
Go for it.
So everybody's heard about this game and everybody thinks it's either trash or pretty good. It's Apex Legends.
Okay. Noise.
Okay.
Toy.
It's basically a first-person shooter kind of game, and it's like a battle royale.
Yeah. It's made by EA and
Respawn.
Yep, the guys that made Titanfall games. And it's actually, I believe it is in the same universe as Titanfall, from what I understand.
Yeah, because a lot of the guns are coming into
Yes. Yep.
Apex.
Yeah, the only thing they don't have is Titans. And I think you can do a lot of the wall running and stuff too, can't you? There's a lot of similar
There's
stuff
no
like that.
fall damage, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not super into battle royale games, but I think it definitely looks like one of the more interesting ones that I've seen.
Apparently the skill is pretty high. Call of Duty is just kind of point, aim, and whatever. Let aim assist happen.
And this has a lot of sort of parkour-ish sort of thing.
But it's also when you aim, it's you have to aim perfectly, or it's the shots are gonna completely miss.
Oh wow! Okay.
And every gun has a specific tool and whatnot. Obviously snipers work, but it's everything is pretty hard skill based. Because I think what was one of the guys, Shroud. He's one of the best FPS players. He's like, oh yeah, I totally forgot this game. Actually, you need to have skill, and you need to actually know how to aim. If you don't know how to aim, you're pretty much screwed in this game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember playing it when it first came out. I just haven't played it since, because I'm not a big fan of battle royale games.
Yeah, same. I haven't played it either. What do you like about it, Annie?
Okay. First off, let's go back to the skills thing. Are we talking about Titanfall for skill, or are we talking about Apex for skill? Because
Apex for skill.
Yep.
damn, I must be really good then.
Well, I think
Hey!
I was saying for skill wise too, because a lot of the PC players are playing with keyboard and mouse. I don't know if you're playing on a controller.
Yeah.
So the controller has a little bit more of an aim assist. That's why a lot of PC players hate talking with people that play on controller. I'm an asshole. I play on PC, but I play with a controller.
You dick.
I'm an idiot and I can't figure out keyboard and mouse.
That's like going to a fucking steak shop and ordering chicken.
I usually do that.
You would. You would order chicken at a steak shop.
Or going to a steak shop and ordering a steak well done. Because that's what I do actually too.
We need
Get
to
the
leave.
fuck out of here.
You
Yo,
need to-
Matt.
Yeah, wait, why are we leaving? Get out of here, Matt. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, go ahead, Annie. What do you like about it?
Okay. What I personally like about it is probably... At first, I was so against it because it was ew, it's overpopulated and whatever. And then, my friends are like, oh my god, you should totally play with us. So, I gave it a chance, and then I was like, this low-key fun. Again, I'm not the player to be sweaty and be like, oh, you fucking suck, and, oh, y'all didn't hear that. You're crap, and, all of that, and I was like, I'm just, the person, because, my boyfriend's brother, he's a pretty sweaty player, he's, level 500 already, and, hold on.
Do you have to burp?
Oh, and yeah, kind of. Anyway, but no, he's kind of a pretty, toxic player, especially with his friends and shit.
Well, I think honestly, I don't know. Like, I think you guys.
Usually a community.
It's a community, yeah, and I you guys would probably agree with this, but like usually if I play online games that are competitive like that, and it's not somebody I know, I cut the mic entirely. Like I don't even listen to it.
Yeah, I don't play anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I play with my friends, and they're a bunch of douchebags. I don't need to hear anybody else.
Get enough shit from them.
They take enough shit. I came for the fucking head. Shut up. That's why. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you play with friends or anything?
Since like school started, I haven't really gotten to play a whole bunch. But
Mhm.
normally I play with, since it's only like 3 squad or 2 duos. I normally I used to play with in a squad with like 2 of my friends, and then like they got super busy, and then so I started playing with my boyfriend, and then like me and him are pretty easygoing about it. It's not like you suck. And honestly, if we're both like just doing it for fun, it is so much easier. Like we get second place almost like 1 through 3rd almost every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so,
That's cool.
but you know,
So you find that it's
I
like a
know.
good game that you guys can play together though, and not be like super
Yeah.
competitive over. I think that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's I think that's cool to find like a game that you can play with like your significant other or something. If they're into games, if they're not, I mean that's cool too. Whatever.
If they're not, they
No, it's
suck.
Not it. They're not
Yeah.
into games. Why are you in the relationship? Fuck out.
I know, what the heck. My girlfriend and I.
I'm sorry, you're not a gamer?
we found a couple we found one game that we played together because I don't have a lot of like co-op or like 2-player games. I think that's kind of the hard thing too, is like finding a couch co-op game on console these days is kind of hard to come by in itself, Like Switch is good for that because you can do like Smash Brothers on one console. You can take one Joy-Con each or whatever and play a match or whatever. We were playing this game, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, and that game is really cool because you play as like...
That's the whole title?
Yes, Lovers in a Dangerous
Jesus.
Space-Time. Yeah, and it's like you have to like rescue these like space kitties or something like that. It's very like, kind of childish and whatever, and like simple art style, but like you're in this like round spaceship and you have 4 guns on it, and there's ladders and stuff, and you can like, and then there's a wheel
I think
in the
I've seen
center.
that game. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to kind of like really juggle like your jobs in terms of like when enemies are coming at you, like one person like slides down the ladder to get down to the shields and move them so that way it reflects the bullets off, like the lasers off of them, and then somebody jumps on one of the guns and shoots at them, and then you have to jump back on the wheel and start piloting the ship again. So you can do, I think, 2 to 4 players, and it's really cool. I think it definitely tests like how well you work with somebody in a group.
It's like almost, it's very similar to Overcooked.
Yes, yeah.
Like Overcooked is like you have to do specific recipes and whatnot, but I think I've seen that game. I haven't had a chance to play it.
I did.
Speaking of,
We did get that on
Speaking-
PS5, and it was like $10 at Best Buy.
She's got the mom finger. You
I'm
guys
sorry.
gotta shut the hell up now.
I'm sorry.
okay, so since y'all got it, when are we gonna play it? Cause like I've been waiting.
What game are you talking about?
Overcooked.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I didn't realize that you can play online multiplayer with it.
I don't have.
You
it's on the Game Pass, dude. I don't know if it's cross-platform.
Apparently,
but
I have it. Never mind.
I don't know if it is cross-platform. We'll have to check into that. Because, yeah, we just got it, like, last week, I think it was, for PS5. So, but I think it's, like, cross-compatible. You can cross-play between... Do you have PS4, right? Is that what you have it on? Yeah, we could probably play on PS4 or something. I think that'd be fun. I still got to install it, too. Because we got the physical copy from Best Buy. It was, like, $10. So, I was like...
My ex-girlfriend thought that game was hilarious.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about it. I do want to check it out, for sure.
It was fun.
Yeah. Let's see. AJ, you want to go? What are you playing?
Actually, no. Go to Matt real quick. I need to get something, and I'll be right back. And then
Okay.
we can do
No.
the best for last.
for it, Matt.
Well, I really haven't been playing too many games, but
Mm-hmm.
the game I was obsessed with like last week, and I was playing a lot of, was Splitgate.
Okay. So I've heard a little bit about it. I haven't like really kind of dove into what this game is.
Yeah, so basically it came out in 2019. It's like a Halo. It's pretty much
Okay.
exactly like a Halo clone.
I did hear that. Yeah.
But it has portals, and you can go through the portal gun like portals,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go through it, and you can also shoot through the portals, so you can kill people through them.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
They
Adds
have
like
like they
an
have
extra plane of like.
oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like me and my friends, we suck at using portals, so it's like every time we get killed, they portal behind us, and then they come out of it and just kill us from behind or something like that.
That's
But
exciting.
we've been playing a lot of it's called Team Rumble,
Mm-hmm.
which is like these like random game types. So my personal favorite one is it's called Zombie VIP.
Mm-hmm.
So it's teams of 4, and one person's VIP, so he has a shotgun and full health, so full 100 HP. Then everybody else has a bat, like a baseball bat. You run super fast, jump super high, you can portal, and you have half health, so you're only 50 HP. And you have to kill the other VIP to get points. That one's hilarious. And then they have this other one called Instagib, which you get the railgun, which is kind of like Spartan laser.
Yeah, it's very powerful. Yeah.
It's super powerful, and it charges, but it's an instant charge up. So as soon as you press the trigger, it's charged up and ready to fire. And you can hold it down, and you have unlimited ammo, and it just keeps going.
And is it
So it's just
is it like one
it's
hit
rit-
kill or is it?
oh yeah.
Oh wow.
And then they have gun game, which we were playing, and it's cool because like you know how in most game modes, they do where you can't have a like if you're going to go do a what the hell is it called, like a free for all.
Mm-hmm.
They don't allow you with different party sizes.
Okay.
You're only allowed to have like usually one. But in this one, you can actually go into a party with 4 and play these battle right, kind of like they're free for alls,
That's pretty cool.
and it's fun as hell.
I think
Because there's definitely so many times we as I was playing with AJ,
Mm-hmm.
and we would keep getting into gun game, which is you progress through all of the guns,
Okay.
and oh man, it was just so much fun.
I like the
We were
one where you
like-
have to play Teabag confirmed.
Yes, I forgot that one.
See, that's I think
Sorry, there was no other way of saying it. It's a game.
it's all right.
Literally, so it's pretty much like kill confirmed,
Mm-hmm.
but you kill them and then a little teabag over your body pops up, and you actually have to go over to that body and teabag on them to collect the kill.
Brings me back to the
Kill.
glory days of when teabagging was
Oh,
actually
great.
funny.
It's
Right.
so funny.
You know, I
I
think
know.
not just that part, but I think what is this game sounds really interesting because they add a lot of really interesting modes in the multiplayer, like which is like modes that the last time we saw something like that was like a Halo multiplayer type game, like most.
And then people made the modes themselves,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
LAN parties.
Right, and then like I think some of them kind of launched from there too, though. Like they became like the staple.
Griff
Like
ball,
Griffball.
oddball, yeah.
A lot of those became staples because people created them and then they stuck. And I think that's really cool. It sounds like they have some really unique game modes that you can play through that like Call of Duty, Battlefield, like none of those have that.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But like, that's the one thing that I think like a AAA title does do well.
Mm-hmm.
Like looking at Halo's going to be coming out, and it's a free multiplayer. It's very similar to this game,
Yeah.
but it's going to be a free multiplayer
Standalone
with a battle
too, right?
pass. Yeah, and it's standalone. Yeah, you don't have to get the campaign.
That's cool. I think that's pretty sweet. And I think we'll get into a little bit later, but I know we're going to talk about like Gamescom and all that stuff, and they had like a multiplayer sort of trailer. Oh, another baby. Same baby, actually.
Same baby.
Oh my god, she's so different.
Where are you getting these babies from?
Did you get some at clearance, believe it or not.
Oh,
This is
God.
Walmart. Buy one, baby, get the other one half off.
Yeah, exactly. AJ, you ready to talk about what you've been playing?
Oh shit, I gotta do that still. So what? So
You don't have to.
I've been I don't know. I just always leave it to me. Screw everything up. So I've been streaming Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda for the past month, and this Monday will be the last stream of it. I'm making sure of it, and I'm gonna be switching games. I just don't know to what. Love that game, honestly. I'm actually very I'm upset but not upset at the same time that I didn't play it back in the day because it had the motion controls and I hate motion controls.
Oh, for Skyward Sword.
Yeah. So having to be forced to just like, what are you doing? I'm playing a game. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So now that there's the option of not having to, do that, I'm very happy about that. So almost done with that. I was also playing Splitgate with Matt, so that's a fun game where you're talking about teabagging, all sorts of fun. And and what else did I play?
Real quick, Martini Man 77. Also, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. He says that Splitgate is like if Portal and Halo had a baby. Agree?
Yeah.
That's literally
100%.
the description on Steam. It literally says if Halo meets Portal. That's literally what their description is. It's
That's
really
cool.
hilarious.
That's really cool. Sorry, go ahead, AJ.
And like,
Oh no, it's all good.
Oh,
Is
sorry.
what it is. What were you talking about? Babies? So
Sorry, Matt.
Hades, and I played Psychonauts 2 actually on Steam. On
You
Steam
did? Oh my God.
Yes. Yes.
What did you think?
And I love it. It's a great game. It's like it is absolutely. They take the story, they run with it. You don't feel like it's like really that much different, other than vast improvements on the powers. I like the fact that when you're doing the beams, that you no longer have to have X amount of those red orbs in order to actually fire them. It's
that's
rechargeable.
right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they did overhaul that from the original. I forgot that they had that as like their main system. Yeah, dude, I know. I finally actually beat it last night, and I'm like just going through because after you beat it, you can go back and like collect stuff that you missed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in all the different worlds that you went through, like in people's minds. Yeah, you can go back and collect some of that stuff because like how far have you gotten into it? Like.
Not that far. So I streamed for about 2.5 hours. So I
Okay.
just got up to the part where the teacher, you basically gave the teacher a gambling addiction.
Oh yeah.
And you need to, which was freaking funny as hell.
That was so great. I think so I was gonna say just a sidetrack from that real quick, and then we'll go right back to it. Like you get that scavenger hunt mission or whatever from one of the students that's in your school, and she's like, find all these like items or whatever. So if you find all of those, you return them back to her like at the end of the game, and then you get your old outfit back, because like they steal your clothes in the beginning and then leave you sort of like in your undies in one of the like janitor's closets or whatever. But yeah, that was really cool. Like being able to get your old clothes back from the original game and like being able to like wear them as you run through the world again. But yeah,
The new suit that he's got going on.
I actually did like that. Yeah, like at first I was like, oh, that is really cool. Yeah, like the world where you go into the teacher's mind, because like it goes into like how she became head of the Psychonauts, how she became a doctor. And there was like this Dr. Potts or whatever, she calls him Dr. Putz. And it's AJ's favorite word, Putz.
I love putts. Putzing around, you're a putz, I'm a putz.
Exactly. And so like the doctor, I guess, like steals her doctoral method or whatever. And then she goes in his mind and messes with his ideas and makes him go crazy. And I don't know what's happening.
Don't worry about it. We're good.
So she like makes him go crazy, and then so you're kind of doing the same thing. You're messing with her internal thoughts in her brain, and she's like, I'm worried about the kids going out into the field. I don't want them to do that. It's dangerous for them. And so you're like, I'm gonna mess around with some ideas here, and maybe she'll let us go on that casino mission to go hunt down so and so. I can't remember who it is, but I also don't want to ruin the story either. But yeah, so you go in there and you basically give her a gambling addiction by saying like risk equals money, right? And then it changes her internal mind
It took
structure.
me way too long to fucking connect the dots on that. It's on fucking stream too, so you can see how much of an idiot I am right there.
It took me a little bit to get that too, but it's cool though, because if you first go in her mind to the hospital, it looks like a normal hospital, and then once you create those like changes in her brain with like the gambling addiction, it changes the hospital into like a casino hospital. And so,
everything is neon is great.
yeah, everything's like neon. You go into like the maternity ward, and there's like the craps table, and there's like a woman, like it's like a woman with a dice head, like trying to give birth to a baby, and they're like, I know she's trying, but just don't tell her that it's not gonna happen. I don't want to break her heart. Like the writing is just like, it is on point. Like it is hilarious.
Absolutely.
It's genius. Like, and it's so good to see that like Double Fine still has that character of like it. Every line of dialogue, like whether you're just talking to a random person, like you talk it to NPCs in a game, and you're like, I don't care. Like most NPCs have like garbage to say about anything. It doesn't progress the story at all. But it's like you can talk to any NPC and they say something interesting at least, and you're like, that's funny. Like that's cool. It does contribute, and it adds to that like environment and the experience of the story in that like game.
And the comedy. It's just the comedy is just so freaking out there. It's awesome. It's hilarious.
And like I don't know if like I noticed this, but like they it seems like they used a lot of voice actors from all of their other Double Fine games. Like there was voice actors from Grim Fandango in there. The main character is I can't remember his name, but he plays as Zim from Invader Zim.
Yes.
Yeah, and then later on you get the astral projection where you make like a drawn version of yourself to go into certain areas, and your astral projection character of yourself is played by the voice actor who plays as Gur from Invader Zim. And it's perfect. Like he's like like he's pretending to be an airplane flying around the room, and he's like making airplane noises with his mouth.
Okay, that's what I'm doing after this. I'm going to continue drinking, and I will be playing that game in its entirety in one night.
It's so good. Like I was really excited for it, but I was also worried because it's been 16 years since the first game came out. Like you usually expect a game in the development of that process to not be good or have issues, and to be honest, like I had no issues with the game whatsoever playing through the whole game, and like the entire time it was a blast. Like the platforming, for a platforming game you expect like to have some frustrations, and there was a little bit here and there, but like overall like the game plays flawlessly. It's gorgeous. The soundtrack is like, every area you go into is like its own handcrafted like music orchestrated sort of thing, like they did in all of the other Double Fine games. Like it did not let me down whatsoever. It was a blast, man. So freaking good.
How long did it take you to beat?
I would say probably like maybe 20-30 hours at most.
That's a decent game. That's a decent size.
Not that bad.
No, and I think that's what I liked about it the most too, was that like I was able to play through it in a pretty quick amount of time. And it's just there, nowadays there's so many like open world games, and it's like, do I really want to play another open world game right now? Do I have the time for another open world game right now? And sometimes it's nice just to play like straight to the story and have fun and just enjoy it, and then be done with it and be like, yeah, I really enjoyed that. And like I remember from point A to point B, from start to finish, you remember all of the things that happened, whereas like open world games like Fallout 4, for example, you're like, oh, I'm going to save my child, then you go do like 100 quests, and then you're like, what was I doing again? Oh, that's right, my child is lost in the wasteland somewhere, and I don't remember where I was. You know,
That's why it's just taking me so long with freaking like Breath of the Wild. It's like, all right, I can beat the game if I really want to within like maybe an hour or so, whatever else. But then you really want to go all the way to Death Mountain, then you want to go to the Zoras, and you want to actually help freaking find this, that, and the other thing, and then you're farming, and then you have a house, and you're buying all this other stuff, and then all of a sudden you realize that 8 hours have passed by, and you've been doing nothing but dicking around in the freaking forest.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. So
I mean, I
yeah.
know that the first playthrough of Breath of the Wild, it took me a week to beat. But that was me playing it like literally nonstop.
Yeah.
Look, I was laid up. With my knee. I tore my ACL and meniscus. I lucked out because it literally that happened. I tore my ACL and then
Ouch.
the Switch and Breath of the Wild came out like literally the next day.
You're like,
I was like,
perfect
yeah.
timing.
While I'm recovering from my surgery and my wife is 7 months pregnant. Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh man.
She was not happy with me.
I bet. And I think AJ, you're playing this on Game Pass, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I was actually playing the first one too, and I got up to. So I was thinking, I was like, all right, I want to beat the first one because I don't want the story to get ruined or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got stuck on the Napoleon Bonaparte segment.
Oh right. Yep.
And I was like, all right, there's only so much fake French accents that one man can take because when you keep on going in there and you cannot beat the fucking level, then you have to say, fuck it, I'll just play the sequel. I don't care. It's been out for 15 years.
And yeah, I was actually talking. I was talking to Matt and Annie about this before the show started, and that was kind of my thing too. Is like I haven't played the first game since it came out originally. Like it's been that long. And to be honest, I think they did a really good job of recapping the first game, and
absolutely,
and for a lot of people, because it takes place after the first game, and then it goes into Rhombus of Ruin, which is actually the VR game that they had for it. It was like a short VR game that they came out with, which was really cool. But not everybody has VR either, so it's like not everybody can experience that. So I think what was really cool is they did a really good job of sort of like interlacing those stories from the first game and Rhombus of Ruin into the game and making people like they're catching people up with it, with the story and everything. Well, you want to go? Me? You talking to me? Oh, the other guy.
Talking about
What other
AJ.
guy?
The putz with the
Wait,
hat.
what I do? Why am I getting threatened here?
No!
I'm just talking to chat.
Actually.
I'm getting threatened. I'm having a good time, and people want to beat me up.
Actually, this goes out to all of you.
What, are you
We're
gonna try
like-
to beat everyone up?
Yeah,
My God,
y'all
you're
are
violent.
y'all are all like Minecraft sucks.
I didn't say Minecraft. Well, actually,
Minecraft's
I
cool.
did say Minecraft sucked a while
Oh my
ago.
God.
I said I didn't give it a
Every
good
chance
chance.
I
I
get.
said I need to give it another try. I am at least being honest.
Oh my goodness.
And,
Don't at
and you
me. What's wrong with you?
Don't at me.
And you two, what are y'all's excuse?
My excuse? I don't even know what I did.
You're not playing Minecraft? What do you? And you call yourself a gamer, sir?
Oh.
Gamer Stache, who doesn't play Minecraft?
To be fair, I don't know. It's just not. I mean, I don't not like the game, but I also don't like it. I don't know. It's just not like.
Is that like when you like a girl, like you like her, but you don't like her?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
See, he's
I
got
follow.
it. Look, Ma,
I got it. I liked a
I'm
lot of
just in
girls, but
like
I
with
only
her.
liked
I'm not
like
in
one,
lo-
but she didn't like me.
Look, Ma, I'm just in like with her, all right? I'm not in love with her, okay?
Keith, what have I been telling you for years? You need to make sure you make better decisions of who you like.
Listen, Ma, I'm working on it, all right? Quit badgering me.
Jesus Christ, come downstairs, dinner's ready.
I'll marry Minecraft when I'm ready.
Meatloaf.
Hey, Ma, you make some meatloaf?
Mama, meatloaf is cold again, damn it!
Oh my God. But yes, yeah, go check out Psychonauts 2. I mean, it's a $60 game on Game Pass. It's free. That's a freaking no-brainer right there.
Hell yeah.
It is a phenomenal game. Anything else that you've been playing, AJ?
Nope.
No?
That's about it.
So yeah, I played that. I finished it last night. I stayed up a little later just so I could finish it because I was like, I know I'm this close to the end, and it was so good. I also played a little bit of 12 Minutes, which is another game on Game Pass.
How is that? I was debating about downloading it.
It's very interesting. I had to look up some walkthroughs on some of like the methods on like certain things to do because I was like, I feel like I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. So for anybody that doesn't understand what this game is, 12 Minutes is you're this guy that's like stuck in a time loop in your apartment with your wife, and you guys are like sitting down eating dessert, whatever, to celebrate. I guess she's like pregnant or something, and this cop busts in and is like trying to arrest you and your wife or whatever, and like every 12 minutes the loop resets, and so you do different things in the loop and it may change the outcome of how things happen, but it's just like, I don't know, it's hard because like you try and do like slightly different things and then it doesn't quite change things in the way that you would think they would. And I just gotta say, I'm not gonna spoil it here for anybody that hasn't played it, but I looked up like there's different endings that you can get, and the ending is very weird. Totally not what I expected at all. It's very strange, very unique and different, but at the same time, yeah. I would try it out at least. I mean, it's only like 2 gigs of like a download, so it's like it downloads really fast, and it's just like it's an interesting like sort of indie game or whatever, but the whole time loop thing I think is interesting, so go check it out.
How long did it take you to beat?
What's that?
How long did it take you to beat? 12 minutes?
Yes. No. No, I played for like an hour, but like the walkthroughs that I saw on YouTube were like an hour and a half. So I think you could beat it in an hour and a half if you did all of the steps that they do. But again, like I was doing similar things, like when the cop comes in, you can like hide in the closet and you can sort of roofie your wife apparently. And then she goes and lays down in the bedroom, and then like there's like a faulty light switch, and he goes in to turn on the light and gets electrocuted. And then you can like zip tie him and like ask him questions why he's there. Yeah.
So you're roofing your what? Are you playing a sociopath? What the hell?
And
some of the endings that you
bunch
get,
of,
I mean, you can. I would definitely take that away as you being a sociopath.
And
If you're gonna roofie a pregnant wife or a pregnant wife. Are you sure she's pregnant? She's just not fat.
No, she does say that she's pregnant, and like that's one of the things is like she gives you a present of like baby clothes, and then you can. So in the next time loop, you can be like, I'm living in a time loop. And she'd be like, that sounds ridiculous. And you'd be like, I have proof. I can show you. This present here. It's clearly unopened. There's baby clothes in there. And she's like, what? I just bought this today. How did you know? Yeah. And then you could be like, there's going to be a thunder that happens in like 2 seconds. And she's going to be like, that's ridiculous. And then it's like, and she's like, oh my God, how did you know that? And it's, so what's kind of cool.
I'm God.
Yeah, I'm God. What's kind of interesting, it actually has, what's her name? It has William Dafoe, who plays as the cop. It has.
I'm sorry, Willem Dafoe?
Yeah. So.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm downloading it just for that.
It has Daisy Ridley, who plays as the wife, who she was Rey in the Star Wars newer trilogy.
I was about to say that's not. Dude, this is awesome. Yep. I love it.
And it also has what's his name? McAvoy. He played
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. Yeah, he played as like Professor X in the newer X-Men movies.
Yeah.
So it has a really good cast, so like that it plays out really well. But yeah, it's just totally not the. Some of the endings were a little disturbing, to be honest, or whatever. But it's
how many endings are there?
I think there's like 5 or 6 different endings. But it's so like every time you do something different, it sort of uncovers a new piece of information that you can carry over into the dialogue when you're talking to your wife or to the cop, and which kind of changes the outcome of the game itself. So it's interesting.
So which ending did you get?
I'm trying to think which one I got. There was one where I was in the closet and then he murdered my wife. I was not very happy about that. There was
Sorry.
So and then there was like, I think there was one where you end up like you end up talking to this guy in like a room and he's like explaining some things to you, and I won't go any further into spoiler territory because it, you know, for people who haven't played it. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know what to say without spoiling things because it's different. But yeah, go check it out. Other than that, I'm trying to still finish Ghost of Tsushima. I did get the director's cut on PS5 and the upgrade with the DualSense controller on the PS, and like the visuals on the PS5 is pretty nice. And there's like the new island they added, the Icky Island, which I haven't gotten into yet either.
Say Icky Island? Like icky.
Like so icky. Yeah.
That's disgusting. It's an island. It's gross. It smells like farts.
It's so gross. Is everybody just dumping the sewage on this island here in Japan? I thought we're supposed to be clean.
Lisa, how many times did I tell you? Take your dirty, nasty shit and put it on the other island.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you're fine.
What the heck is going on?
Oh. But,
Yeah.
oh, another baby. No, it's the same baby.
Same baby.
I was about to say,
I'm just going to say that every time.
oh my god, this baby is getting bigger by the minute.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, so cute. Other than that, I was playing, and I did beat this too, was Mark of the Ninja remastered on the Switch. It's a really cool, like, sort of hand-drawn art style, and you play as a ninja, and you just like, it's like really cool, like, stealth sort of gameplay, and it utilizes like shadows. So if you're like on one side of the wall and you're not, then you can't see past it because you're not looking over there. So like, you can climb on the walls and the ceilings and stuff. You can drop down on enemies. It's really cool, and it has like a very similar style, like art style. Reminds me of like a cross between like Samurai Jack and what's that, Adventure Brothers, or Venture Brothers? Venture Brothers.
That just hit a memory I forgot about. Samurai Jack.
Dude, Samurai Jack was the shit.
You know,
didn't they bring it back?
It was.
You know,
Oh
that's
my
20
God,
years old
yes.
now.
Ah, no.
Yeah, dude. I was
Why
reading
is
a really
everything
cool.
Awesome, so old.
I was reading a really cool article, like it was an interview with the creator of Samurai Jack and how like that came to be, because he did some other like Adult Swim shows before that were totally different, and then he was like, I want to make this like really cool like samurai show where like there's not going to be a lot of dialogue. It's going to be very like very dark and kind of gritty. He's like, but in order to put it on Adult Swim, they had to change out like they didn't want to use like blood and things like that, like humans as the enemies. So that he was like, a way to get past that, he was like, what about like alien robots or something like that? So that's where that kind of came in, and that was really cool.
That's the same thing what they did with Ninja Turtles for the cartoon. They actually
Yeah.
changed the foot from real humans to robots for the cartoon
Right.
show, so they can actually sell the toys.
I do remember that, yeah. So it is cool, and I think, wasn't it like pretty recently they did like a movie or something going like to finish it off the series?
I think
What,
so. Yeah, it
Samurai
had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think either there was a movie, or they actually rebooted the series, or like
They
it's like a
did.
continuation of the series.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think they rebooted it like a couple years ago. Like the one I used to watch, and
Yeah.
then like the one from my mom used to watch, totally fucking different.
Yeah.
I-
I swear I thought reading the article, I think it was a continuation to finish off the series. Because they never, I don't know if it got canceled or whatever, like they just never finished it. I mean, they did that with like, what was it, like the Star Wars Clone Wars and stuff. They did like the final,
Jeez.
like the lost episodes or whatever to finish off the series because they never had like a true ending to it.
There's
but
also
yeah.
a video game.
And and there was the Samurai Jack video game, which actually looked pretty
Yeah.
cool. I actually wanted to
Honestly,
play that.
it does. It's on the Switch, iOS, Microsoft, Macintosh, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4.
Oh, that's
What are you
awesome.
watching?
So yes,
Yeah.
they did have it had only 4 seasons in the original part, and then they created a 5th season, which was just recently, and the creator also created Dexter's
That's it.
Laboratory.
Yes, that's what
Yes.
it was. Yeah, it was Dexter's Lab, man, and I think Powerpuff Girls too, actually.
No, it just says Dexter Laboratory.
Was it? Okay. I
Yeah,
swear I thought
that's what he said.
Powerpuff Girls was the same animator and stuff too. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
All right. So, what do you say we get into the news? So last
You
week,
just cut off.
woo, AJ is the parking lot wavy hand dude.
I mean, wacky waving and playing too bad. Wacky waving playing too bad.
Yeah, that's it. So last week was Gamescom, like all the announcement and stuff, and they had, I would say like 90% of it was a lot of indie games, which is normally not a bad thing, but I don't know. For me, there wasn't like a lot of stuff that really stuck out to me that I was like, oh, that looks really cool. I would say like a quarter of the stuff that they showed there was interesting stuff. So to start, I know you guys, Matt and AJ, are really excited about this. Was obviously Halo Infinite right off the bat.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. I didn't realize you were that big of a fan of Halo, you know. But yeah.
Honestly, it's gonna be awesome.
I was.
With Final Fantasy in the house, we didn't know.
Yeah, it's
We didn't know
anybody's
you guys
guess,
had an
really. It's anybody's guess. I was a little disappointed because I was really hoping to have like maybe see some more gameplay of the campaign, or even multiplayer, and I don't think that they did. I think it was just like
No, I think that
it was just like a cinematic multiplayer trailer.
Yeah, and I think they're doing like an actual like multiplayer reveal sometime in the next month or two.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's scheduled to be coming out December 8th. Like they've finally landed on that date. I guess some people were a little bit kind of pissed because they're coming out with on release the campaign and the multiplayer. Multiplayer is free to play standalone. But there's not going to be any co-op campaign. I think they said it's going to come like possibly 6 months later from what I gathered. And so a lot of people were upset about that because they've already delayed it a ton of times. Like, I think people think that they should have just delayed it again just to have it like, let's just release it as one complete thing. I mean, for me, like, I don't think it's a big deal just because I usually play the single player campaign first and then I'll be like, okay, let's go do co-op together.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not 6 months later. I don't know. But
Well, this is an open world for them, so this is completely different from what they're used to.
that's true. Yeah.
Well, I can kind of understand where they're coming from because they might as well just iron out all of the bugs with the campaign and just be like, okay, single player campaign, fine. But I think $60 for a single player campaign is going to be a lot.
I mean, it depends though. Like you said, if it's going to be a sort of an open world kind of thing, it might.
Well, that's what they were planning on, because you're actually playing. It's not a linear path. It's going to be more like
Doom Eternal.
No, it's going to be more similar to ODST.
Okay.
Like, which was kind of like an open world, and you can go to different areas.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's going to be like 100 times bigger.
So I'd imagine like the single player campaign is going to take up a lot of time anyway. I don't know. Yeah, like for me, I don't think it's a huge deal. Like I think there's still plenty of content there. You're probably going to have a really long campaign. You're going to have tons of multiplayer to play with your friends. You know, I mean, on the other side of things, you know, people are like, "Well, you already printed Halo Infinite on the back of the Xbox Series." X and S, before like when the console came out, and that was supposed to be a launch game and it didn't even come out. So it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm still excited for it regardless. I think what was interesting about the multiplayer story trailer, you guys can't even.
Sorry, I'm
So what? I can't even.
I can't even. I think it was interesting. What it seems like the multiplayer is gonna do is sort of building in like story seasons into the multiplayer. Hopefully it's gonna be better than like how Titanfall, like the first Titanfall game did that, where they kind of built in like story into the multiplayer. But I think I don't know. I think maybe it'll make more sense, once we see more of it. But they're gonna kind of like evolve. Each season that comes out is gonna evolve sort of like an ongoing like story with its certain characters and things like that. I don't know. I'm really excited about this.
It looks good, and I'm just Splitgate got me hankering to play Halo.
Yeah. Oh, I should definitely try that out.
It's free. I mean,
are you guys
free on anything?
Are you guys playing on? Is it on Game Pass?
Yeah, he has it for Game Pass, or it's like free on Xbox.
Okay.
And it's free and it's also free on Steam. I'm playing it on the PC.
You're playing it on
Just
Steam. Oh, okay. What are you playing it on?
But I'm using
AJ?
my he's playing on Xbox.
And you guys can crossplay?
Doesn't realize he's muted.
Fuck me. I hate this every time I try to type. Trying to find out why the freaking singer for Rammstein got fucking arrested, and yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he got arrested for like some bullshit. I was talking to Chad about that, and I was trying to figure it out, and I didn't realize I muted myself. Anyway, so I play for Xbox. And
So is that crossplay between Xbox and Steam?
It's crossplay between everything. I think it's also on PS. It's also on PS4 and 5.
See, I find that so weird that it's like some games that are able to be cross-played between Steam and Xbox, and then there's other games that don't, and like the developers are like, no, we can't. It's like it's on Microsoft's end. Like, what?
No, Microsoft is usually pretty good about all of their crossplay stuff.
I find that weird.
It's usually when the developer says that it's like their problem, or like it's Microsoft's problem. It's usually their problem because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Like this Splitgate is an FPS that was made by like 4 guys.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
It's a really, really small thing. So
that's awesome. Let's see. Next up, we got Metroid Dread. They had a new trailer. AJ, you're muted.
fuck.
You're good. Well, I actually have to go because I gotta help put the kids to bed.
Okay, no problem. I appreciate you stopping by, Matt.
Enjoy. I will catch you guys later. Enjoy the rest of the podcast, and I will catch you later.
All right, have a good one, Matt.
Wait, are you gonna be playing tonight? Splitgate.
Maybe.
Do it.
Text me later.
Do it.
Bye.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna have to threaten him.
Gonna have to throw. Exactly.
I don't care that you have to be a responsible adult. You're gonna play video games with your friends.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Taking care of your children, making sure they're safe.
Right, exactly.
That's why I'm not a parent.
It makes sense now.
Right,
no,
is it?
kidding.
AJ, where's your kid? I don't know. I strapped him to the roof of my car last time to put him to bed. What was that? Last week? I don't know.
Who cares, really? Did anybody ask? No. I don't understand why you gotta ask questions. So I know, AJ, you're also excited about Metroid Dread.
Yes.
This comes out October 8th, which is right around the corner. I mean,
Oh God.
And it was weird because like I can't even remember. I don't even remember if this trailer was shown off at Gamescom or if it was just like Nintendo just released it out randomly and they were like, oh hey, by the way, here's this trailer. Like I think that's pretty much how it happened.
I think it was independent of, because Nintendo freaking
They usually do
dances
their
to the beat of their own drum. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and they usually do their own directs and stuff like that. But I don't even think that they did it wasn't even a Nintendo Direct where they released a trailer. I think it was just like they were just like, hey everybody, here you go. And it's cool. Like it shows off more gameplay of Metroid Dread, which I'm excited about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks freaking awesome. Let's see. We got Marvel's Midnight Suns. This game looks pretty interesting. At first, like, there was just a trailer that they showed, and I was like, is this just like a mobile game? And it's actually made by Firaxis Games, the creators of XCOM. So it's going to be sort of like a tactics, turn-based Marvel game, essentially. And so it's like, it follows... I can't remember the storyline exactly, but it's like... It brings in some villains or whatever that are sort of like these ancient, like, sun thing, like, people. And they have, like, Wolverine. They actually brought Blade into it, which is pretty cool. They have, like, Ghost Rider. They have, like, a bunch of really cool, like, Marvel characters, I think, that are going to be brought into this game. And then there's, like, different, like, skins that you can use for their, like, for the different characters. I really hope it's going to be good. I mean, like, they're really good at making the XCOM games and all that kind of stuff, so it could be interesting. It could be really cool.
The last kind of XCOM type of game that I played was... You okay over there?
Y'all right there?
Oh.
So
No.
she's just got, like, really, like, XCOM! Blah!
She got real excited.
Was it? I played Rabbids, Mario and Rabbids or something like that. It was like an XCOM type of game.
It was the it was like the battle something. What was that called?
Something or other.
I haven't.
Fucking
I think I have it
stuff.
on
Something.
my Switch.
I do. I have it on my Switch too. I haven't played it in over a year, but when I was playing it, I never played a Why am I getting all the weird?
year?
Oh,
A year? How long? How old is that game?
More than a year.
It's been a couple years since it came out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably about like 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah, it's Mario.
Actually, no. I think it came out after about a year or so after the Switch came out. So about like 3.
Yeah, it's Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, yeah. It's very similar gameplay to that.
Made some bug.
But
Watch your mouth.
Keep hitting the cymbals on my mom's drum set. Yeah. So yeah, if you like that type of gameplay, I think that this will be right up your alley. This was really cool. I don't know if you guys been into Saints Row at all?
The only one that I played was the 4th one, which is where the freaking guy is the president of the United States,
And it has like they're in control of aliens and time and space.
dude, I play because I sell that on my website, right? So I was testing it out for the 360, and I was like, I never played any of the Saints Row games before then. I downloaded Gat Out of Hell about a year prior. I played that a little bit, and I was like, I don't know anything about it. I'm really not that interested. I know it's some dude in hell, and he's probably supposed to be there for whatever. I don't fucking care. So I stopped playing it. It was interesting, but I wasn't really vested into it. I started playing. I tested that one, the 4th one. And I loved it. Thought it was hilarious. I was like, all right, well, shit, I can't keep it because I got to sell it.
I've
But
heard
can
good
I
things about
buy
it.
it, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. So all that to just say, I bought the re-elected edition, which is the remastered
right?
edition.
Yeah.
And I haven't played that in a fucking gaming ADD, but I played it like for like hours. I love that game. Freaking Saints Row 4. If the other games are like that, the series is awesome.
Yeah. So that's what I've heard. I never actually played any of the Saints Row games. I think it was I think a lot of like the older Saints Row games were made by Volition, which they made like the Red Faction games, actually. And so the new one that they announced at Gamescom is actually a reboot, essentially, because like you were saying, in Saints Row 4, you become the president. You're in control of like time and space and aliens, and it's like after that, where do you go from there? Like,
Hey,
how do
nowhere. You just
how
killed
do
the
you
series.
Right, how do you top that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, some people are, like, pissed, but, like, at the same time, like, they want to do something different. Like, they want to kind of, like, sort of ground the series a little bit more. Because it was always, like, the more, like, ridiculous version of Grand Theft Auto. You know?
I think that's why I didn't like 1 or 2, and it was off my radar because I had enough of freaking Grand Theft Auto because it's literally just like Madden. It's like, all right, so what are you gonna do this year? Okay, well, we're gonna throw a football and make sure that we can score points on the other side. Okay, what are we gonna do the following year? Well, we're
Right.
gonna get a football, we're gonna throw it to the other side, and we're gonna go score points. All right, what are you gonna do the next year? All right, get this. We're gonna take the ball. We're gonna throw it to the other side. I'm gonna score. You fucking, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with GTA. What are you gonna do?
That's what we
I
did
don't know. I'm
last
gonna freaking.
year. And you're like, no, man,
Right?
it's not the same thing. It's not what you think it is.
But this year you can get an Apache, and then you can go ahead and kill strippers. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. Who's yelling?
Ava.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a dog barking. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, somebody yelling in the background? Yeah, so they had like a really cool trailer for this. It takes place in like American Southwest, sort of like Mexico, California-ish area, which I think the other ones were like in more like New York City kind of setting, I think. Is that where it was, AJ?
I believe so.
Yeah, so and then they showed off some gameplay, and it looks like it's kind of going more back to the basics compared to like the other games where they were just kind of like over the top sort of like storylines and gameplay. And I think they're trying to like, you know, sort of reboot it because again, like you can't top being in control of space and time and being the president. You have to kind of like go back to a grounded sort of thing. Graphically, it looks really cool. I think it has like a really cool art style. Like it is a little more realistic, sort of like GTA, but it still has a bit of like a cartoonish sort of look to it as well. But yeah, it looks interesting, and I think it's in order to like bring new people into the franchise, which I think is important too. So yeah, I think it looks really cool. And I think that's coming. Let's see. Oh, real quick, the Marvel Midnight Suns, I forgot to mention. That's coming March 2022, and then there's going to be actual gameplay reveal September 1st. Saints Row reboot is set for February 25th, 2022. I swear, February is going to be a stacked month next year.
You
Like,
okay over there?
There is a lot of... You all right, Annie?
Huh?
You okay?
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one who's
fine.
like looking like she's like,
My ADHD.
it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
She's all good.
Okay, as long as you're okay. I was just confused.
No, fine.
Yeah, so next February, coming up in February, is going to be a stacked month. There's going to be a lot of games coming in February, from a lot of these announcements and just other games announced already. February 18th, again, Horizon Forbidden West, which is on a PlayStation exclusive. That's a sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. They didn't show anything new on that. I think it was just them announcing the release date pretty much. Call of Duty Vanguard. I was a little like skeptical because I don't usually play a lot of the Call of Duty games. I haven't played a Call of Duty game in a while, actually, just because like most of the time their campaigns are not that interesting to me, and I'm not into the multiplayer of Call of Duty. This one seems to be going back to World War II, and it actually looks pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, like, they're actually bringing in a lot of like, it's not gonna follow like true to story, like stuff for World War II, but it's gonna take a lot of inspiration of things that happened in history in World War II, and I think it takes place like in Stalingrad, which is kind of an interesting take where like most World War II like shooters have not really gone before, I think, which is interesting. And I want to say this, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, and I could just be ignorant as well, but it showed like a lot of the characters that like and soldiers and stuff in the game, and again, I know they're not going for historical accuracy, but there was like a lot of women as soldiers in the game, and I was like, that didn't really happen
I think it did.
in
I don't-
Stalingrad, maybe. Well, yeah, I guess that could be different. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know to what extent,
Mm-hmm.
but I do know that a lot of women were drafted, so to speak, to actually make munitions
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
for America.
Mhm.
I think I could be wrong. Just like what you're saying, I think some women might have been battle ready. I believe. I just don't know where, because I heard about that a while ago. I
Yeah.
could be way off base, but I do know that they were enlisted because they needed to make munitions. So then that's how
Yes.
like everything started actually coming full force, and we started making a lot more money because we needed to go into munitions making and
That's
shit
true.
like that.
Yeah, yeah. Again, like, yeah, I was just saying because, like, I don't exactly know, and I don't think that was historically accurate. But I wanted to bring it up as like a topic to talk about too. Like, is that something that did happen or not?
It's when you get the giant cyborg that comes down with the fucking lasers that comes out of the eyes. That's when I start worrying about the historical accuracy. I don't
Yes.
know about
Oh,
you.
And so Martini Man 77 says there were women mainly in the Soviet military, which I think.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Which I think actually that does make sense
Woo!
then, because in the gameplay trailer that they showed, I believe you do play as a Soviet woman, like a Soviet woman, and like you're fighting off the Germans as a Soviet woman.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's see. And he said employed as snipers and reconnaissance. So I think that's pretty cool then. Okay, like, I didn't want to sound ignorant. I didn't want to come off as being like sexist or anything like that, but I just was like, I was curious about.
No.
Like,
It's like
about
there's
that
a
history
difference
and
of
stuff.
saying like I'm not sure how historically accurate it is, opposed to like women can't do anything and I hate them all.
I never said that. Annie, she's putting words in my mouth. I don't like it. They taste terrible.
I didn't say. I said
No,
there's
I'm
a
just kidding.
difference. You didn't say that. You know who
Just kidding.
says that? Sexist pigs. They deserve to get their nuts chopped off.
Wow. Dang. That was rough.
Why?
No, it's cool.
Not for me. I'm not sexist.
Yeah, and he says again, and going back to Stalingrad. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well that's cool. Either way, I would say like the gameplay trailer that they showed, like the gunplay looks like very visceral. It's very like sort of dark and gritty, and it looks like they set the tone for that campaign really well. And I have not been excited about a Call of Duty campaign in a very long time, and this one actually looks pretty freaking awesome. Let's see. Oh wait, what do we have here? I'm trying to think. Oh, and I did want to say too, the soundtrack in that trailer was freaking awesome. Like the music was like spot on for like what it was going for, was perfect.
Was it Celine Dion?
It was definitely Celine Dion. Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Come on, how can you not have your heart go on?
Exactly, especially when you're in the middle of war, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
you're getting shot at.
That's when you just exactly like never.
There was totally enough room on that door for Jack. I don't want to.
Sons of bitches!
Yeah, it was bullshit.
You know why they killed
Just
him
saying.
off? Because you needed some kind of tragedy. Duh.
It's the only reason. It's ridiculous.
I think the Mythbusters actually did an episode on it. Like they actually
Did they
said
really?
I think so. Like years ago. There's like something for some reason he couldn't have actually stayed on, and if he did, I think the both of them would have died because water would have like come. I don't know, something like that.
So he wasn't. I don't know. That door was pretty damn big.
It was pretty damn big, but I mean, you know, that's when you're just like, I think it's like a College Humor skit where she's like, Jack, you can come on the door, and he's like, no, save yourself. She's like, no, there's literally room enough for the both of us. Come on here. He's like, no, save yourself. No.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, that's great. Let's see.
Martini Man, talk about meatballs. I'm getting hungry again.
Ooh, 2 soldiers assassinate a high-ranking general. Pretty nice. And my meatballs are ready. Time to make a sub. Go do it, man. Go have your sub. No man should wait to eat. I don't know.
It's true. That's why I was eating the beginning of the podcast.
Yep, exactly.
I'll
Next
wait
up,
for no one.
I wait for no sub. I just feed it to myself.
About it.
Next up, we got Deathloop. This is the final preview because this is coming actually September 14th. So this is Arcane Studios' next game. They did Dishonored, they did Prey, and now this one is pretty interesting. Time loops. We were talking about 12 minutes. This is another game with time loops. And so you can play as either Colt or who are the characters? You either play as Colt or Juliana. Colt is trying to destroy the time loop. Juliana is trying to protect it. And I think what's interesting is you can play single player, and then you can either have the NPC play as Juliana, or you can have people invade your game and try to kill you and stop you from destroying the time loop. And so I guess like every so often there's like a wave that washes over this island and resets the time loop, and like you have to find ways to like keep your weapons, and you have to assassinate these high-ranking targets. And it's got this like really cool sort of like 1960s mystery kind of like Bond-ish kind of look to it. It's really cool looking. But it has like, you can do stealth, you can go guns blazing. It's got a lot of cool action. You can play like the role of like hack and distract. Like you can hack turrets to kind of do the fighting for you.
Is this all third person or first person? I haven't heard of this game.
It's all first person, which is very similar to like Dishonored and Prey. Very similar.
Okay.
And some people say it's kind of like a mix between both Dishonored and Prey, just like in terms of like the weapons that you sort of get and the way that you can play these different missions. And so I think you're supposed to like take out all of these high-ranking targets within a loop to crash it. And you can do them in like any order, but I don't think it's actually timed. Like it is like story run, so it's not like, you know, like battle royale games. They have like that wave that like crushes everybody, you know, like it closes in on that area, or you know, other time loop games that are actually literally timed. I think it's just, it has like story that kind of pushes you forward, so it's not like, you don't feel like you're under that pressure of being timed for that kind of stuff, which like I'm not usually a big fan of like timed sort of events and things in like a single player game. Like what was it? Dead Rising? Like when you're like in Dead Rising, there was like all these timers and stuff you had to like beat in order to like.
Yeah, and if you didn't get to the
mission.
do this, then you can't face that boss, and then you don't get this kind of ending, and then the whatever else, or then the third one where you had to make sure the second one or the third one you needed to make sure you beat them within a certain amount of time so you can get the freaking medicine for your daughter, and if you don't get the medicine for your daughter, then she turns into a zombie and kills you.
Yeah, I think it was the third one. Yeah, it had.
Yeah,
and I just.
Such good games though.
They were good. Yeah, no, they were cool. It was hard with like the timers and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna have like timers and stuff like that. But the story is interesting. Like I think you start off playing as Colt and you wake up on this island with like the death loop kind of like restarting every so often, and you're trying to like figure out why you're there, why this other woman is trying to kill you, and why you have to take out these like targets or whatever. So it looks interesting, and there's a lot of cool like weapons and powers and things that you get for this game that look really cool. So like
is this only on PlayStation?
I think it is actually a PlayStation exclusive and on PC.
No.
So it's
4 or 5?
Or
both?
I think
Next gen first person shooter, it's only on 5.
Yeah, PS5 and PC exclusive. Fuck. It's time to get a PS5, AJ.
Y'all don't have the money for that, dude.
I know, man.
It's
I wouldn't have one.
$500.
I wouldn't have one if my girlfriend didn't buy one.
Right. So you're just like buying games for her system.
Pretty much.
No, this is our system. Motherfucker, I bought this. What are you talking about?
We did buy like, you know, we did buy a lot of physical copies because you never know, you know. That way.
Just in case, you got to play your cards right.
Just in case, exactly. No, but like yeah, I was surprised because I think this game was announced like before next gen consoles came, and I thought it was going to be on last gen as well. But it's like I think one of the powers is like you can link all enemies together, so when you kill one enemy, it kills all of them. So it's like two birds with one stone sort of thing. So there's like a lot of cool sort of supernatural-ish kind of powers that you can use to your advantage. But yeah, it runs kind of like Dishonored, Prey, a little bit of like Deus Ex, System Shock sort of gameplay. If you like those kind of games, I think you'll really like this one. I can't believe that's coming next week, man. Holy shit. No, not next week.
That's nuts.
The 14th. It's the Tuesday after next.
That's my picture day.
Picture Day. Oh, I remember those.
Picture day.
Those suck.
So what's with the face? You just make sure that you look nice for one day, and you take a bunch of pictures, and you're like, yay, okay, we're good.
I know.
It's all good.
It's mainly for your parents.
It's really about it. They should really just call it Parent Picture Day.
Right.
Just
Hey, here you go, Mom and Dad. I really don't give a shit.
But here you go.
no. If I was still enrolling in this school, which I probably will be taken out of, but if I was enrolled, this is one of the most important pictures because this is going to be my ID picture for
I'll
next
make
year.
it count.
ID picture? For what? For school?
Like,
You need an
yeah,
ID for
high
school?
schools and stuff now, I think like some of them use IDs to get into the school.
Oh, I think. Oh my God! All right, this
Yeah,
is
mine
like,
didn't
whew.
do that, but I was like, I was in a small school too, though.
I think I had an ID, but I didn't need it to get in. It just kind of showed up to class.
But like, does your school have like metal detectors or anything like that?
No, but Santa Fe does.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so like some
Bunch of
schools
criminals.
have. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like people are crazy, especially this day and age. And
Guilty until proven innocent.
yeah, I didn't forget, Annie. I know you wanted to talk about some important stuff too, and we will get to that. We actually don't have too much more to get through, and then we can talk about it. So next up we got is Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
I'm totally down for that.
I know that this game's been kind of delayed quite a few times. I think it's set for like a spring 2022 release window. I didn't realize, and this like really blew me away, like seeing the trailer for this game. I didn't realize that it was like a third-person adventure game, as opposed to like most of the other Lego games are like they kind of show like the area and then you're just running around in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this one's actually like a third-person sort of shooter adventure game in the Star Wars universe that spans all 9 films. And it like
And what's it called again?
It's called the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. It looks really cool, honestly. Like there's even space battles and stuff where you're flying in the Millennium Falcon or like the X-Wing or like other ships. It looks freaking awesome. It looks really cool.
Spring 2022.
Yeah. So again, yeah, it's third-person adventure game, spans all 9 films. It just seemed like a very different approach compared to like the other Lego games that they typically come out with, and I was like, that's pretty awesome. I wonder if it's still gonna have like co-op and stuff like the other Lego games did, which is interesting. Next up, we got Death Stranding Director's Cut. That is coming September 24th. And I think what's new about this is like I think it's the next, because it wasn't currently out for PS5, right? And I think it was just PS4 and PC. Death Stranding. You're muted.
Damn it! Keep on typing in the chat. Fuck this M letter. Can we just have 25 letters in the alphabet?
Yeah, exactly.
Bullshit.
Yes.
Yes, I believe it's only for the PS4 at the moment. That's where this one's going to be coming in.
Yeah, so Director's Cut is going to be coming to PS5.
Yeah.
And they're adding this stuff to PC as well, but it comes September 24th. They're adding like a ton of new items features, vehicles, missions. They added like these cool jetpack boosters, so now you can like traverse off of mountains like really easily. There's new like sort of cars and motorcycles that are added, and a robot buddy to carry your packages for you or to carry you across the wasteland. So you can like you can be sitting on these robot legs as they're just like running you. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it might be worth jumping into at some point.
Have you ever played the original one?
No. The 8-minute trailer of all the crying was kind of.
All right, so I mean, the original game, like I was so stoked for the original game, and I'll be honest with you, like when it came out, like what is it, end of 2019, like, and then the pandemic shit show happened.
Yeah.
I lost interest in it for obvious reasons. But then Doom Eternal came out, and then I couldn't get back to it because I was too busy to just, blasting the hordes of hell.
Yeah.
So that got my attention more. So I haven't played it since then. But it's a very interesting game of where a segment can be like action-packed or whatever else, and then you go and you're starting to walk around. You kind of get Breath of the Wild vibes and everything else, because you got beautiful landscapes, and you're like literally then it turns into a walking sim, and it just kind of has an interesting twist to it. I never beat it, but I got I think a quarter of the way.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe?
I mean it looked interesting. Like it had a lot of cool mechanics and stuff in there, and the engine, like you were saying, is gorgeous. It's the same engine that they use for Horizon Zero Dawn. It's from Guerrilla Games. It's whatever engine that they use there. I can't remember. I know Hideo Kojima was like
fucking genius.
Yeah, he was going to all these different studios, like checking out their engines. He was like to see which one he wanted to use for Death Stranding. He went to Guerrilla Games and saw theirs and was like, Horizon Zero Dawn is a gorgeous game. I want to use your engine. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is like a good time to jump in now that they're like adding a lot of like easier ways to traverse in the game that maybe make some of those things a little bit quicker versus like
it does make it more tedious to just kind of walk around, like where if you're just wanted to go back into something, like it just walking around can be like, all right, this is gorgeous and everything, but I've been walking around for fucking 20 minutes. This is bullshit.
Right. Whereas like if you have these boosters on your boots or whatever to be able to like make like really big jumps and stuff like that, or using a motorcycle or the robot buddy or whatever, like I think it might make it a little more enjoyable than having to walk around for 20 minutes like you're saying, Yeah. So it might be a good time to jump into this. Let's see. Forza Horizon 5. What's that? I'm sorry.
I said that's like the 4th or 5th time you said that.
Said what? What did I say? What did I say?
You're like, yep. You want to jump in on that? Like
yeah.
About.
Do you want to jump in on that? It's a good time to jump in on that. Listen, I talk in circles sometimes. I can't help it.
It's a circle.
Yeah, we got Forza Horizon 5, which is coming out November 9th, 2021. I don't know about you guys.
That's 4 days after my birthday. Oh my god,
Nice.
Why did that take so long?
It's okay. I don't even know. I was thinking about it today. I was like, am I 31 or 32? I still don't remember. I still haven't figured that out.
I stopped counting after 50.
After 50? You're not that old.
No, I'm 72.
Oh, my bad. Well, you look good for 72.
I appreciate it. I take a lot of supplements.
Have you guys played any of the Forza games at all?
Forza games, the racing games? No.
No.
Not my style.
I played it. I played one like a long ass time ago, and it was great. It was great. I used to drive the Barbie car.
Nice.
She's a Barbie girl in a Barbie car.
So if you guys aren't familiar, Forza Horizon is sort of like, it's sort of their more like less simulated, more fun version. Like Forza, the regular Forza games are more like simulation, sort of racing. I do enjoy them, don't get me wrong, But
Which
Forza,
is the one that has the more powerful engine? Because it's usually like them and Call of Duty that has the fucking gorgeous graphics.
Forza usually has an amazing engine for their cars and stuff. Like they model them after the real cars, the sounds and everything.
Yeah.
And I want to say they're using like Unreal Engine 5 or something for it. But Forza Horizon is a mix between like street racing, you have off-road racing, like they put in the new Ford Bronco in there. Like there's like off-road like Porsche 911 that you can drive. Like in the very beginning, like for the gameplay reveal, it shows a helicopter flying and it drops. You're in the Ford Bronco Badlands car, SUV, whatever, and it drops you over a fucking volcano. And you're just like, you hit the ground and you're just like driving through these like really cool terrain and stuff. And I think that's what's cool about Horizon is it's a little more fun and you can do like multiplayer and stuff and you're driving on these like really cool different tracks and everything. It looks pretty awesome, honestly. And I think they also added this new sort of thing called Event Lab where you can create your own levels and racetracks. So if you're into that kind of thing, I think that's pretty cool. Dying Light 2. I think they have a release date for December 7th. I'm very excited about this game. This looks freaking awesome. It's the zombie parkour game. So they showed off a new gameplay trailer and showed off like new parkour moves. You can do like wall running, there's vaulting, you could vault off of enemies. You can like push enemies off of a roof and then use them to like cushion your fall.
I think I've seen the trailer. It's like when the chick freaking like looks like she's like commits suicide off the building or something like that, and you're just like, oh my god, what did she do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It looks.
Don't look at me like that. You see the trailer, she just like does one of these swan dive. Whee!
Yeah, exactly.
I shit you not.
It looks.
That's in a trailer for.
Yeah. That's actually like what made me look into it, and then I completely forgot because ADD.
It's a zombie apocalypse games. Who doesn't want to? Who wants to live through that? I don't know.
I mean, listen, man, survival of the fittest, and I get to use guns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Why would I not want to live through a zombie apocalypse? I get to use guns, and then I can get a tank.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is gonna stop me?
And I think so. In the first Dying Light, you actually did get more weapon. It was like mostly melee, but you also got like guns and stuff like that. I think this one's gonna be focusing more on melee than guns and stuff. But just because this kind of picks up after the first game, where like the virus has spread so much that I think pretty much everybody has the virus, but the point of this one is to try and stay human. So like you have this bracelet that like detects when your body is about to turn and you have to get back out into the light to be able to stay human. So it looks
But it's dying.
It looks interesting. Like there was one part where he's like going through this building that's all dark and there's like zombies that are like hibernating in there. And you're like sneaking past them, trying not to wake them up, and then you like set off one of them, and they all start chasing you through the building, and you have to get outside, and it looks freaking awesome, man. Really. Excited.
So would you say that? Well, when did the first Dying Light come out? Because I remember hearing about that, but that was off my radar for a little bit.
I'm gonna say it was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh damn, that was a while ago.
Yeah. So they've been working on this one, I think, pretty much ever since they finished that one. Is
I wonder if it's on Game Pass.
Techland Studios. It might be. I know if not, I know like on consoles because I think they just came out with a new edition that like adds all of the content into the game. Because there was the first game, and then they also had an expansion that adds like, because the first game takes place within the like. There's 2 different cities you go to, in like Haran or whatever where it is, and then the expansion takes place on this like whole farmland. They added like these really cool like armored buggies, and you could put like spikes on them, like UV lights and like machine guns, and you can do like really fun game to play like co-op where you guys are running through it together, and like somebody can be on the back of your buggy shooting up zombies, and you're driving around just ramming them. You know, like through fields of them.
I like Dead Island. Dead Island was fucking like that too.
So yeah, actually, a lot of the people who worked on Dead Island worked on the Dying Light games. Like they went over from that studio to Techland, and yeah, I don't even know what's going on with like Dead Island 2. That was supposed to be like that's been in the works for who knows how long and supposed to be released. And
They had like freaking Dead Island Riptide, then they had like some other one or whatever, and it's like there's like
there was like some
not even a true sequel, it's just like DLC.
Yeah, there was some expansions, and then they had a trailer for Dying Light 2, and then it just like they didn't have a release date, and then it just went quiet. Like we haven't heard anything about it, so I don't even know what's happening with it.
I think there might be just like kind of like they Duke Nukem did, that just fucking put it on the side and they forgot about it.
I think so. Yeah, probably working on other stuff instead. But yeah, the new one looks interesting. So it's like, you know, it takes place a while after everybody's sort of infected now. But it's just the point of like staying human. And there's like other factions that have come up within the city. And I think depending on like they're making it a little more story focused where so if you choose to work with a different faction and do certain things, it may change the way the city actually functions. Like, so if you turn off the water or something for this one faction, it like uncovers this whole like city that was covered in water for years, and now you can go through that area of the city now. Whereas like if you didn't do that, you wouldn't have access to that part of the city. There's a lot of really cool like sort of story changes that will change the course of how the game actually plays. And
so it takes you back to the original city of where the first one was in?
I think this takes place in a different city than the first game. But what I was saying is there's like, because there's parts of the city that are like covered in water, kind of like, you know, like Venice in Italy. You know, like there was a lot of those areas where those like where the water flows through and you have to take boats to get through. Like that water wasn't there forever. Like that water wasn't always there. You know, like there's buildings underneath that water that people lived in at one point. And that's kind of like what they're going for, I guess, sort of too, is like you'll be able to drain that water if you do a certain mission for somebody or a different certain faction, and you'll be able to actually traverse through that part of the city, which is cool. Yeah, so I'm really excited. That's end of the year. That's only a couple months away. And there's a lot of cool games coming out soon. Also, I think they added. There's like a cool grappling hook, so you can sort of like you can jump out of a window and rappel down, and then jump into another window. Another baby.
That's a doggo.
That's a big baby. A doggo
It's
baby.
big.
I wanted to say, because AJ, you said something about the game being on like Game Pass or something.
Yeah.
Later this year, actually, the first game, the Platinum Edition, is coming to Switch.
Really?
Yeah. So
interesting.
yeah. So I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool to play on there. I mean, whether you're on like docked mode or even handheld, I think would be pretty sweet.
You know, the only thing that stinks though is like when I played Rocket League, like I was like, you know, that I'm not a big big into graphics or whatnot, which I'm not really big into graphics. But when you're used to seeing a game that's actually graphically pleasing, visually pleasing,
And it's not.
and you see the difference between going from Xbox or PlayStation 4 to Switch, you're just like, oh god, this looks like shit.
That was sort of my thought
I don't know
too.
if I
Is
can
like,
do it.
I don't know if I probably won't play it on the Switch just because I have it on PC and stuff, and I've seen how it can look on PC. And you're right. Like, if I were to look at it on Switch, I'd probably be like, wow, this looks like dog shit.
Garbage.
Yeah. Garbage. It's so terrible.
Yeah, it looks so awful. Yeah, so I think like for people who only have a Switch, I think that is a good option for people who haven't played it yet. But yeah, I would definitely play it at either console or PC, honestly. And the co-op is probably the most fun out of anything. Being able to like do a lot of the mission, you can play the entire story co-op for the first game. So
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. Wow. Let's see. The next up we got is Jet the Far Shore. This comes out October 5th of this year. PS4, PS5, and PC. It's sort of like an indie game. It's from the creators of Sword and Sorcery and Super Brothers. And it's just like, it's a really cool, like, beautifully crafted world. You can travel to different planets in your spaceship or on foot. It looks like a very serene adventure of, like, exploration. And I gotta say, like, the music is really freaking cool. The way they have, like, the tone set for the game. It looks very interesting. Are you looking at it, AJ?
I am. That lady is weird.
The lady is weird. What lady?
There's a picture of this freaking lady just like staring at you. It just says Jet, and she's looking at you like this.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't see that.
I know what I'm saying.
I did not see that.
This is not selling the game to me. It's like,
No.
am I gonna have to look at this strange person this whole fucking
I
time?
know. Oh my god.
This is terrible.
That's funny.
Terrible marketing play.
Other than that, I think the game looks cool. This weird lady though, like, yeah.
It's like they have to go to fucking bed. Like, you know, oh god, this woke up. I thought I saw this woman just staring at me in my soul.
I'm gonna see her in my dreams now. It's gonna be haunting me forever. Oh my god.
Thank God I don't have a girlfriend. She freaking like wake up and just like start punching her. No, strange lady, go away.
No. This was pretty cool. Xbox and Microsoft announced Xbox Cloud Gaming for Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One is coming holiday of this year. So they're adding, I guess it's gonna be like 100 plus games, 1080p, 60 frames per second. I think it's pretty cool. You know, like I think people who, you know, want to play these games on the cloud, I think that's a really cool option. Not having to actually install the game, you can just play it right off the bat. I think it's pretty sweet. Ooh, nice. Food.
Talk about and deli chips, and I like the hand model.
Yes. Who's the hand model? Is she famous? I think I've seen that hand before.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, so I might know her. Snacks.
What is that?
Sam-
That's a Sammy.
Sammy. I like me some Sammys.
But I tell you right now, though, Xbox went from where I think they completely dropped the ball on Xbox One. They, you know, like, I mean, let's be honest, no company really gives two shits about us. You know, we're literally just numbers to them. But if you can actually make the experience what the consumers want them to be, or, you know, just like, you know, sell to the consumer base, then you're doing your job, and you're, you know, that is what I think they got the ball and they started running with it, because they realized their mistake with the Xbox One. Oh, this is going to be the all-in-one system. You have to have this, and you have to have that. You can't do this, and you can't do that. It's like, I don't want to be restricted with my fucking system, A. B, I don't have a system so I can watch TV on it, so I have my fucking cable box and my TV for it.
Yeah, it's not a DVR box. It says, like...
Right.
Yeah.
If I wanted a DVR, I'd buy a fucking DVR. I buy my Xbox. Fucking play video games.
Exactly.
What do I want to do? So you don't buy a fucking chessboard to fucking play Monopoly on it. It's stupid.
I totally agree with that. I think Microsoft is finally stepping up and really listening to the player base. I mean, not only, like, we had that, what was that incident where they raised the cost of Xbox, what was it, Xbox Gold or whatever, and
they wanted to combine. They wanted to get rid of Xbox Game. I think they wanted to combine Game Pass and Gold into one,
and make
or
it
something
more
like that.
expensive. Yeah.
And they wanted to jack up the prices, and everyone's like, "No, go fuck yourself. Are you kidding me? That's exactly it." Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm paying literally $60 now for Gold, and I'm paying like $10 a month for my Game Pass. So we're looking at like about a what? So that's, I think they wanted to raise it to like almost $200.
Yeah, it was something really ridiculous, and they immediately responded, and they were like, "We're sorry about that. Like, that was not meant to happen. You know, we hear you, and we are totally going back on this." Oh
yeah,
and that's cool. And I think, honestly though, like, when I first got Game Pass, like, what was it, like a year or two ago when they first started Game Pass, and it was very, like, there wasn't much on there. You know, it was like, I think I got it for like $5 a month. At that time, I was like, well, it's only $5 a month. There's not a lot of games on it or whatever, but I'm sure it'll get better. And I would say, dude, like in the last year and a half or something like that, like they have really stepped up and added a ton of awesome games to Xbox Game Pass.
Without a doubt.
And now I pay $10 a month, and it's like I can play them on my PC. I use Xbox Game Pass on PC, and I can just literally a new game that comes out that is coming on there. I can just download it and just play it, like Psychonauts 2. Like that was a freaking treat to be like, I get it for free. A $60 game I get for free, and it was like an excellent freaking game.
Exactly. It's funny though because so my business partner and my brother-in-law, I was explaining to him because we were going over adulting, which everyone loves to do. So we were going over my budget, and he was like, "Okay, so let's try to figure this out or whatever else. What do you pay for this? What do you pay for that? What do you pay for this?" And it's like I had this streaming service, that streaming service, or whatever else, and he was like, all right, we can get rid of that. I was like, okay. He's like, when's the last time you used that? I don't know, 6 months. Okay, do you care if you get? No. Okay, fine. He's like, all right, what's Xbox Game Pass? So it's like, well, it's a streaming service where, I can download, all the video games or whatever else. He's like, do you play on it very often? I was like, yes and no. And he's like, what do you mean by that? It's like, well, because I have all these other games, like that's what gamers do. They play games, right? So you get a freaking game on PlayStation, you're playing one on Xbox, but then you're going to go back and forth. So he's like, all right, so you probably want to get rid of that because it's like $10 a month that you're probably not really utilizing. I was like, yeah, but hear me out. So I can literally download freaking 7 or 8 games where this would cost me hundreds of dollars, but it's only $10 a month, and then I can get rid of them, and then whatever else is like, and then I explained it to him a little bit more. It's more cost efficient to actually keep it, and I can get rid of something else to add, to improve my budget, rather than getting rid of it, because it makes so much more sense. And just like you said, I paid $10 a month. I just paid my Xbox the Game Pass a couple of weeks ago, and I downloaded Psychonauts 2. I didn't pay $60 for Psychonauts 2, and then I downloaded a couple of other games, and I've been playing that Hades. So that's like $120. God bless you. That's $120 that I didn't actually have to spend on games where I'm just paying $10 a month. So I agree with you. It's freaking amazing. They figured out how to do what Netflix had done with the streaming services, but with video games, and everybody else is trying to catch up to them. And by everybody else, I mean PlayStation. And they're not really able to utilize and capitalize on it, because I think what we're talking about now, they captured it. They know what they're doing, and they're marketing it to the gamers, and they're actually saying, this is the product we finally fucking understand that you want. Here you go.
Yeah,
I think they killed it.
I was literally I was gonna say that. Like it's kind of like Netflix, where they sort of rotate what comes on to Game Pass and what leaves every month. And yeah, for like Sony, there is sort of an answer to that on Sony. Like they have the PlayStation Now. But I think the issue with that is a lot of it's streaming, though, and not everybody.
Poor utilization.
It is very poor utilization. Like the only games I think you can actually install physically, or sort of digitally installing to your console, are PS4 and PS5 games.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think PS5 games are on PlayStation now. I don't know. I haven't checked it out in a while.
I don't think they have as big of a library, though.
No, they don't. Yeah, the library's not as good, and the games like PS3 and PS2 games that are on there, they all are only streaming. You can't download them to the console, and the streaming of it is not very good. It's not even 1080. It's like 720 at best, and like 30 frames per second, and it's just like, it's very choppy. It just, and you're paying $20 a month for it. Like,
so twice the freaking amount of money for less of a product.
Right.
I'm not too big
of
again, like, into graphics, but still, like you said, like if I'm going to go for something that I can get for 1080, then we're downgrading to 720. I'm paying double the amount. I have less of viable options of what I want to play.
Right. And graphically is not always the thing, but if it's not running stably, that's a totally different thing in itself.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like if it's choppy and like you're getting all this like screen tearing because you don't have great internet to be streaming these games, period, and their service isn't good on top of that, like you're not having a good experience with this at all. So what are you paying for? So yeah, I've not. Whoa!
Got him!
Got him!
Nice.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I think, for me, the answer has been Xbox Game Pass on PC for that.
All the way.
All the way. Yeah, for sure. So this is exciting to see the cloud gaming, and I believe this is also the cloud gaming portion of this is going to be coming to PC eventually. I think probably after they roll it out to the consoles first, which is cool too. So like if you don't have a great PC to be running the cloud game, like to be running the games installed on your console, but you do have really good internet, I think that's pretty cool that you'll be able to like, say like for you AJ, like I know your internet's not that great, but you also don't have a gaming rig either, so like you would be able, if you had good internet, you could run these games through the cloud and have them look really nice and not have to worry about having a gaming PC to run them.
Which would be really good, and that's why, like, you know, thank God there's, you know, we can actually have capture cards and I don't have to really have that good internet. Oh my God, I was so pissed though. I tried streaming Splitgate through my Xbox. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be great. I can finally do a first-person shooter through my Xbox, and it's like, fucking whole entire stream got so jacked up, dude. Like, my God.
Because of the internet.
It was the internet. The internet absolutely fucked me, and I wanted to cry.
Inappropriate.
I want to cry for you. Inappropriate. For him to cry?
Inappropriate. Out of everything I've said today, that's inappropriate?
That's what you think is inappropriate?
That's what you cling on to? This is the hill that you want to die on?
Ow. God damn.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Message received.
Jesus Christ.
All right, moving on. I thought about you when I found this announcement, AJ. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Dude,
I'm so amped.
This game looks freaking awesome.
Yes, it does.
Like
so pumped.
Like these sort of like beat 'em up games are always awesome. They're always a lot of fun, but it looks like they literally took what was great about the original and like kind of like spruced it up just a little, just enough to make it look gorgeous. And I still don't think they have a solid release date. I think it's still 2022 release date. But they're adding April as a playable character.
I think that's pretty cool.
It is really cool. You can like beat the shit out of people with your microphone. Like she swings it around, she beats the shit out of them, and then she mic drops it.
Listen, right? Like you should have listened to April O'Neil. Why? Mic drop on the face. Boom.
Dude, it was.
Wait.
It was amazing.
Wait, you said we're talking about Final Destination?
No. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's like.
Oh.
Yeah, this studio. Oh.
Duh.
You were close.
Yeah, very, very close. So close. Shredder was totally in Final Destination. It's fine. It's cool.
It was April O'Neil in the Destination of Truth.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it was like nothing.
Yes, I don't know, and he's gonna kick my ass. Don't hurt me.
She's gonna use her hair as swords and slice us in half.
Right? I just see that. It's like, fuck. She was playing with it before. She was actually using it as a pillow. I'm very jealous. I'm not going to lie. I wish I could grow long hair like that, too. Just like, put my head in.
I know, right? But yeah, no, this looks really cool. I know Matt was talking about this game, and I was like, you know, I'm sort of intrigued by it, but I'm not really much into MMO games, but New World. I guess they're doing their open beta for New World, which is that new Amazon MMO game. Do you know what I'm talking about, AJ? You guys know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea. I'm just looking at Annie.
So this is, I think it's running on Amazon's engine. So it's like an Amazon game that is coming out. It's called.
Okay, so I know that Amazon is trying to dip their toes into gaming. I didn't actually know that they came out with what's the name of it again?
It's called New World.
New World?
Yeah, so it's a massive multiplayer online game. They're doing the open beta from September 9th to the 12th. And then the final release is September 28th, so not that far off. It looks interesting. Honestly, like, it looks really cool. again, I'm not super into MMO games just because it's a lot of time spent just dancing over there with her hair, you know.
I can't be as cool as her.
I know we're trying, but it's just not possible.
Huh?
Damn it.
Huh?
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 But yeah, I don't know. Check it out. It looks kind of like a cross between like, it definitely looks better than World of Warcraft in my opinion. Similar, maybe a little bit similar to like Elder Scrolls Online, kind of. It looks
Amazon
cool.
Game Studios.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Moving on. I mean, not much I have to say about it, honestly.
New World looks great.
It looks interesting. This game,
You should buy it, maybe.
I think you guys will really dig this game. It's called Cult of the Lamb, and it's very like, it's sort of like hand-drawn animation, and I mean, it's in the title. Like literally, it kind of reminds me. What was that 4-player game that we were playing on stream a couple times? It was kind of like old school Zelda-ish.
Rogue Heroes?
What's
Which
that?
one?
Rogue Heroes?
Rogue Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was Rogue Heroes.
It's kind of like a cross between like Rogue Heroes and like Animal Crossing. And you play as this lamb, and you're trying to like recruit people to join your cult, and you're being controlled by like a demon.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. What was her name again?
Exactly. She caught the same part that I was. I'm just sorry. What?
Yeah.
Are we gonna have to start drinking fruit punch in this? Because that's some bullshit.
It's not fruit punch, it's blood, but that's fine.
Sorry.
It's fine. It looks funny, like, and it looks like a really interesting game. Like, it looks pretty cool.
What's the name of this one?
It's called Cult of the Lamb.
Cult
Yeah, it looks.
of the Lamb.
Yeah, like the main
Cult
character
of the
looks
Lamb.
sort of like Lamb Chop, but then she turns into like demon mode, and like the eyes go red, and she gets
Oh my
all like.
god, it's
demon.
cartoonish. That's fucking hilarious.
What? Hold on, I want to see this.
It looks.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold up, girl. Hold up.
Okay, I'm
Hold
getting this.
That sounds great.
I just see a fucking lamb in a cartoon with
Yeah.
demon eyes holding a sword to somebody.
Yeah. My girlfriend says. My girlfriend says, "Why are you describing me in the morning?" Rude. I mean, I didn't, but you know, I mean, you made that connection, not me. all right?
Sorry.
I love you, girl, but you know.
Oh my god.
This is not wrong.
What is this coming out on? Tell me more. Tell me more. I need to know.
Does it say what it's coming out on?
Fuck, it's only coming out on Steam.
Is it really?
Damn it!
You think that would be
Yeah.
totally like a Switch game?
Is it without a doubt?
You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, it is, dude. So it's Cult of the Lamb Ascending 2022.
Ascending 2022.
I fucking love it. That was great.
Let me see.
Oh, it's from Devolver Digital. Oh, you know this is gonna be dope.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot it was Devolver Digital. I'm looking at devolverdigital.com. I'm sure they'll show if it's like.
Go to cultofthelamb.com.
That's like
What?
the actual website. What? My goodness.
Cultofthelamb.com.
And that's weird too, because usually most like Devolver Digital games come out on PC and Switch. I don't know. Maybe it'll come out on Switch later or something.
A lot of games do.
Oh,
Oh, I feel so much
Bless
better.
bless
Thank you.
you.
Appreciate that.
Oh my god, I need it.
I know. It looks freaking awesome.
It's great.
Yeah. I mean, you know, but I mean at the same time though, like you don't need like a super powerful PC to run this either. Like
No, I could probably run it on my fucking computer if I
Yeah,
can, then anyone
exactly.
can.
so I don't think it should be a big deal.
I'm watching the trailer.
I know. It looks freaking amazing. Let me see, where are we at here? What are we at here? Next up we have Sifu. And this game looks freaking awesome. This looks like pretty much like a classic martial arts movie within an interactive video game. Like straight up like Jackie Chan, Neo from the Matrix, like beating the shit out of people martial arts style. And this comes out, I think, February 22nd.
I've heard of this one. Okay. Oh, and it comes out on PS4 too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes out 2022.
Yep.
What it says. And like you're supposed to be like you go from a young man to an older man, so you're actually
Yeah.
going from like like how he's training or whatnot to become a master, right? Something like that. I think. From what I remember from the top of my head, I heard about this a few weeks ago. That seems really, really cool.
Yeah, the new trailer looks freaking awesome. Like the martial arts style that they use in it is so, it looks very like responsive.
Yeah.
You know, like he'll be like fighting somebody and then a dude comes up behind him and he's just like whap! You know, just like does
Dude,
some
that's
really
fucking
cool.
dope.
Yeah, just really cool. What? Yeah.
Dude, I'm told I freaking love fucking martial arts and sword fighting, which is why I need to get Ghost of Tsushima, which means I
Yes.
need to go to GameStop tomorrow and buy Ghost of Tsushima, and I might be streaming that.
That would be cool, man. It would be really cool. I think
That game. Okay, let me tell you about that game. That game is great.
Oh yeah,
it is.
It's great.
very good.
it's so good. It's great.
It's so great.
Right. Yeah, baby. It's great.
Yeah, baby.
The color
watched
palettes
those.
on it looks great. I don't know what the story really entails, but I love the swordplay aspect of it.
Yes.
And just like everything about it, like, and everyone keeps on saying about like how awesome it is and how amazing it is and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I'm very close to the end of the main story, and I think the only thing I would say that I didn't, not that I didn't like about it, but it kind of like slows down is like doing some of the side missions, is that like it has some trouble with its pacing. Because you'll be like doing all these really awesome like main story missions, and then there isn't a main story mission for a little bit, and you're doing some of the side missions, and there's a lot of really cool side missions that are really awesome, and then you get some that are like, it's just like there's not a whole lot going on, and then you're just taking over like outposts and things, and you do reach your like maximum power before you even like way before you get to the end of the game, which is like why I say like it has trouble with its pacing. But I would say once you get past that and you get sort of towards the end of the game, it starts like really pushing you in that direction, and you're like, oh shit, this is awesome. Especially like you get like the ghost stance, like you finally reach that level of like ghost legend where people start mentioning, they're like, oh my god, you are the ghost. You know, and then you'll go into like, after getting like 5 successful kills without getting hit, you can activate the ghost mode, or you can come up behind like one of like the captains in like the Mongol army, and you just decapitate him and like throw his head towards the other guys, and everybody starts getting into like terror mode, and it goes into like black and white, and then you get like 3 kills with 1 hit each, and when you slice them, everything goes like red. Everything goes red, and it's just like, fuck, it feels amazing. Like, it's so phenomenal. Like, that feeling of being like, that's right. Like, you should
That's right, bitch.
You should be scared of me. Mic drop. April O'Neil.
I am the ghost.
I mean, sorry.
All of a sudden just comes out with microphones instead of fucking swords. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I highly recommend playing it. You know, like I said, I started playing a little bit of it on the PS5, and I think that was really cool seeing it look even better graphically, like running at 60 frames a second, 4K, using like the way they use the DualSense controller with like the haptics and the triggers is so freaking awesome. Like, just in the beginning when you launch the game, the Insomniac symbol that comes across with the music and everything, you feel all of the rumble in the control, and you're like, that was a little over the top, but I see what you did there. You know, like...
So my question for the PS5 version, right? And just to interrupt you really, really quickly. So, like, I'll get a PS5 maybe within the next year or so, right? I think when it drops down to a little bit more, like around a $400 price range, I think that'll be when I'll be able to actually pick one up, because that seems a little bit more reasonable to me. And also when it's more accessible, instead of fucking having all these jerk-off freaking scalpers around, you know?
Yeah, I actually real quick, I was at Meijer. I don't think you guys have Meijer where you guys are. It's like a grocery store chain, whatever, in Michigan. There was actually 2 PS5s at the store. I did not have the money to buy one, and I was like, I called my brother and I was like, dude, there's one here if you want it. Like, if you want to send me money, I can pay for it and then just ship it to you. And he was like, I just bought a bunch of new like PC hardware and stuff. I don't have the money for it. I was like,
right.
Man, I should have let one of you guys know in the group chat in case one of you guys wanted. I didn't even think about it.
So I'm debating right now. Like, so I got some money that I'm going to be playing with because like within the next couple months I'm going to be moving down to Florida. But that's the fucking bulk of that money is going to be going towards moving costs, furniture, and rent, right? Yeah. But I'm like, so I have an option where I can actually have a little wiggle room for a few $100s. I can either buy a new gun, I could buy a new system, or I could buy a new PC. Fuck!
Yeah.
I can't buy all 3! It's bullshit!
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to be good looking and rich. Why can't I be good looking and rich?
Right.
I'm just gonna be stuck with good looks.
Man.
This is bullshit.
I would say in your situation, I would say maybe go for a PC, because if you get something that you can build on, like maybe you don't spend a ton of money right away off the bat building a PC, you can get something that you can at least upgrade later on, where you're like, oh, it's got a really good base, like got a good motherboard, enough RAM, it's got a good CPU, and then maybe later on you just upgrade the graphics card later. I think that's a good option because, again, you have Game Pass for PC. But I guess, I don't know. For you, I don't know. You do have... Well, you have the Xbox One, but you'd be able to play games even better looking on a PC.
Yeah, I mean, but also, like, if I get a PC, then I'll be able to do a lot more, like what I was telling you guys in the IG chat. Like, you know, I can do a lot more editing. I can actually stream PC games also at the same time, because when I tried streaming Valorant,
It's terrible.
Shit went to hell real fucking quick.
Oh, God. Yeah,
that was terrible.
I think with a PC, you there's a lot of good perks that you get with running a PC, like a gaming PC.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good point. It's unfortunately, it's like it's without a doubt. Unfortunately, it's not within the budget. Like my budget would be like $900. Like, but that's like for a build. If everything was like back 2 years ago, I might be able to do a build like that. But nowadays,
I don't know.
I can't do a build like that.
You can't do a build for 900.
Do a graphic card? Is it like, you know, if I'm looking for a halfway decent graphics card, we're talking at least about $700 to begin with.
Thought I heard something. Weird.
Wasn't me.
Sounded like it was
Howl.
coming from behind me. I don't. I swear, I think this house might be haunted. I don't know.
It could be. Have you called the Ghostbusters?
No. What's their number?
Shit, you know what? They never actually said.
I don't think they ever did, actually. That's fair.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be something we can probably talk about definitely off the show, like trying to figure out like a good build for you or something.
Yeah.
Because I think you could probably...
I completely, like...
You could probably do something and get like or, you know, maybe like build it most of the way and then save up a little more and then get a graphics card that you actually want for it.
Possible.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think it's something to definitely look into. I need to make the move first and get all my shit down to Florida, and then like, you know, like I'm telling your girlfriend, I'm going to become a millionaire in the meantime, and then when I become a millionaire, it's all right. I'll just buy all the graphics cards and get it out to everybody. You get a graphics card. You get a graphics card. You fuck you. I don't like you. You get a graphics card.
Exactly. Yeah, I like it. Let's see. Yeah, so what was that? Sifu we were talking about. That looks really cool. I think we only got like two more. Okay, so Severed Steel is like a really hectic sort of first-person shooter. It's coming out September 17th on PC. Also coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch before the end of 2021. And it looks like it takes a lot of inspiration from games like Mirror's Edge, Black. Do you remember that game Black? It was that. It was that.
I played Mirror's Edge though. Mirror's Edge is fun.
Mirror's Edge is awesome. Black was, I think, on original Xbox and PlayStation 2. How's it going?
Yo,
she,
Lamb of God? Yes!
is she embarrassed? I think she's embarrassed. That's awesome. It's okay. We still love you, Annie. It's okay.
Deep breaths, you're gonna get through this, don't worry.
It's okay. We're not judging.
Totally judging.
So Black was really interesting. It was on original Xbox and PS2, and it had like really cool, realistic sort of like gun mechanics, and like you'd see the bullet shells actually like flying out of the gun. You should.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool game.
It's called Black.
Yeah, it's called Black. So yeah, like the action is like there's a lot of wall running, diving, sliding. You can even like do flips and shit off walls. And using.
Oh shit, that was back in the day for Xbox, bro.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. And you use bullet time to traverse like a fully destructible environment. So it's like a lot of like matrixy sort of like maneuvers that you do in first person, like shooting and everything. It looks pretty awesome. It looks really cool. And then the last one here is Doke V. I'm not entirely sure what Doke V actually is, but the trailer looked interesting. Had a good, like, great sense of style and gameplay that spans like different genres from like skateboarding to monster battling. Yeah, it looks like a cross between like Pokemon and skateboarding and Final Fantasy. Honestly, Annie, I think you would probably like this game. It looks really cool. It's called Doke V.
Doke AV.
Yeah, DOKEV. Yeah, like I was like, I don't even know what this game is. Like there were so many different like things that happened in the trailer that I was like, what?
Too many things going on.
Yeah. But it looks cool though, you know? It looked really cool.
Looks like a claymation kind of game.
It's
What? I just got men's clothing.
men's clothes. What?
Men's clothing. What
What?
the hell did you type in?
What did you type in?
I put in what you told me to put in.
DOKE and then V.
And then type in like game trailer or something.
I didn't even type that in. I just typed in that.
I got men's plus size clothing. Oh, there it is.
Literally, the first thing I have is an open world action adventure. Do you know how to Google?
Do you even Google?
Listen, old man. Listen, old man.
I'm listening, but I'm not the one who's coming up with fucking men's clothing when I'm typing in Doke V, damn it.
The old man was even able to find this on Google.
If I can do it, how can you not do it there, youngster? Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's right, you tell her.
Back in my day, we didn't even have this Google. We had to rely on encyclopedias, and we also needed to talk to our friends.
We played a game called Pass Me the Stogies, and then we had to
I love that game.
Yeah.
It was the best game ever.
We had to try and light a cigarette with only one match left.
One match.
Yeah, try that, especially when it's really windy.
She does not find us entertaining. I apologize. No, I don't. Go on.
It's okay. She's not impressed. It's fine.
Not amused.
Not amused. But yeah, I think that's everything for the Gamescom stuff. I know Annie, you wanted to talk about some stuff. Go for it. It's all you got the floor.
What if I told you I don't remember what it was?
I believe it was about bullying, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, yeah, okay. Welcome to my TED Talk.
We're all here.
No. Okay, so honestly, I just wanted to, again, like I said, I had a hard week. I just wanted to bring this up. Even though I know, like, I'm not how do I put this? because I don't want to seem like it's rude. I know you get a lot of the same viewers, you know what I mean?
Like
And
on my
sometimes
show,
you
you
get,
mean?
yeah, and then sometimes like there's waves of people.
I mean,
And
I have
then
like
I just
500,000 followers. It's no big deal. Oh wait, did I say 500,000? I meant like 5. It's fine.
The
no,
5.
Yeah.
but anyway, like
No,
again, I've had
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think what you're gonna say is important because I think, you know, what we're trying to do with like New Game Plus Network is important. You know, because we're trying to create sort of a safe environment for people to be able to talk about these kind of things, and mental health and mental well-being is very important in our eyes as well as like you, and we want to be able to make friends and be able to have people to come and hang out with us and not feel judged and not be bullied and not feel pressured under any sort of circumstance. So yeah, I mean, I hope that people are watching this and kind of are able to take something away from this and understand where we're coming from. So the floor is yours, madame.
again, this is why I'm HR.
She is.
Yeah. But no, I wanted to like talk about this because like rough week. You know, like what I told you has been going on through this week. Like these kids were like taking photos of me, like I didn't know. Yeah, um, and then today there was like, okay, so my last period, there's a couple autistic kids that come into to sit on and wait for the bus, and these two dumb nuts sitting in front of me, his little friend was like, oh my god, because the autistic kid behind me had like vocal tics.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, that kid kind of sounds like Chewbacca. So I literally fucking tugged on his fucking chair and I was like, please shut up, because like really, he can't help it, like.
Right.
And yeah, and not a lot of kids like not a lot of kids stand up for special ed students or different kind of students.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
And that's, yeah, and it's like, why? Like, my cousin, I don't remember what grade he's in, but he goes to high school with me, and he's autistic. And like I say hi to him every day because it's my cousin. And then like when I was younger, don't ask me why. I guess I grew distant. I used to like hang out with autistic kids
Mm-hmm.
to like let them, like, not only to let them know that they are accepted and they are no different from us,
Right.
but like they were genuine friends. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they did, like, they have a different kind of mind process, or they have tics or whatever, and
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah, I'm going to say something sort of in relation to that. Like, when I was in middle school and high school, I remember, like, you know, some of the jocks and stuff in my school would, like, make fun of some of the kids who were slower or autistic, you know, mentally challenged of some sort. And they'd be like, they're assholes to me. And it's like, no wonder, dude, because you're an asshole to them. Like, I would talk to them myself and have a normal conversation with them on maybe on their level or whatever, but like they would be nice to me because I would take the time to have a conversation with them and like and get to know them versus like just judging them because they're different or they have things that they can't control, and that's not fair, you know. And I would honestly, like, I would stand up for a lot of them myself because I was sick of like seeing them being mistreated, you know, like.
Yeah, and okay, I'll admit, when I was younger and I used to go to daycare, and that daycare, whole different story.
Yeah.
No, but that daycare was awful, and some of the autistic kids that are in the high school that go with me, the kids at the daycare would pick on them, and like I didn't know any better, so I'd do the same thing just to like try to fit in. Mind you, later on, I still got bullied, even though I like tried to fit in. And that's another point I want to make out. Like okay. Let me finish up this part.
No, you're fine.
So again, like if you have mental problems, if you like get a little slower than other kids, or you failed a grade, or whatever, you're still you. And yeah, and it's not going to change. Hold on. No. How do I put this? You're still you, but to other kids nowadays, it seems so funny if you're like you're mentally challenged, or you have mental illness, or
Yeah.
you're autistic, like any of these disabilities. Like, yeah. I wanted to share that because again, everybody's different. Everybody's got like their own, you know.
Yeah. I think, I can't say for certain that there's like a definite way to end like bullying and stuff like that, but my girlfriend said it really well too. She's like, kindness is going to turn the tide, and I totally agree with that sentiment, where we can only people like me and you and AJ and like only people like us can change that by being nice to those people and standing up for them when they can. That's the only thing that we can do to try and change that. And it's
My aunt actually
but
Go on.
sorry, didn't mean to cut in. What were you saying?
No, I was waiting for you to go.
My bad. So my aunt actually works for mentally challenged individuals, and so like the real word is mentally retarded, right? So we say it as like to cause offense or something like that, but that's literally what it is. You're mentally retarded.
Mm-hmm.
It's not offensive. It's scientifically accurate for what is wrong with individuals, right? So she works with those types of individuals. Is more like adults who are slower and everything else like that. So like some who don't actually hear, so they're deaf. So she actually so she knows how to sign because she's deaf herself. But I grew up around the people that she would help out. So those would be like her clients. So she would actually bring them around for holidays, Christmases, parties around or whatever else. So I grew up, I like any normal kid, I was uncomfortable, but because my aunt's bringing around this person, like I know she's not going to bring anybody around who's going to be mean or nasty or anything else like that. So I did what I was taught to do. I was nice to them, and I introduced myself and I talked to them. Mm-hmm. I might have talked to them because I felt like I was obligated to do so, and then I kind of like walked away, but I was still engaging, and I didn't treat them as anything other than what they should have been treated as, with respect. When I was growing up, I was bullied as well. It's not fun. It's definitely not fun at all. I would say that probably a lot of us are bullied. Mm-hmm. So it's which is why then you fall more into the cliques. So I got into heavy metal music. I got into comic books. I got into video games. I hung out with my friends and just like, all right, well, you do that. And then that's where the bonding comes in or whatever else. And then you realize that, okay, who cares? So this guy thinks I'm a reject because I have hand me down things that I chose to have of my grandfather, and then I got made fun of. It's like, okay, exactly. It's the weirdest thing because, like, I think your girlfriend said it too. Fucking kids are just awful.
Yeah.
All kids are awful.
Right.
I
And
think myself included. I'm not going to say that I was an angel. I'm fairly certain I made fun of my fair share of people, but because kids are just assholes and they don't know they don't know
Right.
better.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's
And then
combatant towards those people being mean to you.
Yeah.
But I think my girlfriend and Martini Man 77 also said, like, some of this stuff stems from the bully. Like, it stems from their home life. Like, they have a shitty home life. So they're going to try and take it out on other people to make themselves feel better about their own situation that they're currently dealing with. And I think another way to, like, combat a lot of this stuff is, like, that I think, like, schools and, like, some of the counselors and stuff need to recognize that some of these kids are having these issues and maybe try to get to the bottom of it. And I don't know, like, what the best way to do that is, because, like, some parents are going to, like, step in the way and be like, you're overstepping your boundaries as a counselor at a school. Like, don't try to tell me how to raise my kid, sort of thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with my kid because he's, like, bullying these people. Like, he has a good home life, but, they're not going to reveal why it is happening that way. And I think that's tough, But I don't know. It's a tricky situation, but again, I think what we can do as individuals, is recognize that, these people bullying anybody, whether they're mentally challenged or autistic or anybody like you and me, because I was bullied in middle school and high school and stuff too, and it's not fun. And it kind of makes you feel very self-conscious about yourself and questions like whether you're doing something wrong. But the only thing we can do as people is try to stand up for those who can't. And, and just be kind to those who need it, I think that's the only way to really turn it around.
Yeah. And like my boyfriend says, or I think he said it in the chat. It's Martini, by the way. That's my boyfriend.
Didn't know that up until now. Thank you for that news drop. Jesus Christ, I've been living a lie this whole entire time.
Yeah. Anyway, but he has a birth defect, and his fingers are like crunched up, I want to say, however he wants to describe it. And like, he told me this one time that like, it would like at something during lunch, I like, oh my god, my head empty, no thought. Anyway, but no, like, there was this one time, I think he like, he either got upset or he was joking, and he like slammed his fingers on the cafeteria table, and like one kid screamed because of his fingers. And I can't talk for him, but I can't talk for him, but I think that's one of his like insecurities is his fingers. And I was like,
yeah,
it's not gonna stop me from loving you just because your fingers. It's your fingers. Who cares?
Right.
And yeah, that's what I wanted to add on to that little piece. But Wednesday, I decided to dress up for myself. I got a schedule changed. No longer have to be in a dress code or uniform for that old class I used to take.
Yeah.
I was free. I was happy. So I was like, okay, a dress, some cat ears, and a wig. And I got there. I got a whole bunch of compliments from everybody. And then like dark period hit, and these boys are like making fun of me. And I was like, you know, of course, I'm gonna be like a little upset. Like I was pretty agitated. They were taking my photos without like telling me. They're also giving my number out.
That's not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool
Yeah.
at all.
I even asked my own friends if it's okay if I give their number out. Just to fucking
Right.
give your number out. That's not cool at all.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. So, you know, told my mom, called my mom in fourth period. She was like, so she talked to either the principal or my assistant principal, letting him know that like that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day I came in and I was like, okay, the boys are sitting behind me again. One of their little friends walks up and they were like, hey, my friend likes you. And I was like, you know, I'm done with this, so could you leave me alone? So
Yeah.
that happened, and then the teacher was on the phone with either a counselor or an assistant principal, and she was like, student needs like either different seating chart or a different schedule, and so like I got like I didn't want to stay in there, and she offered me to go to the AP office. So I went to the AP office, and you know, next day I'm fine. Today, hello, I'm gorgeous
Mhm.
still.
Yeah.
So, exactly. And I just want to point out people like that shouldn't make you feel like you can't be yourself.
Right.
Like I'm still wearing what I want. Did my makeup. I look cute. Like you don't have to stop doing things for yourself. Ugh. Excuse me. If
Jesus
people
Christ,
are-
what was that? She's in the middle of a very prolific statement right there, and then she had to burp.
Yeah, I think, you know,
Bless you.
yes.
Thanks.
Bless you.
That didn't come out. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you just need to focus on, you know, some of those people you just need to either ignore or say something to them, and, you know, because obviously they're jealous. Obviously, otherwise that person probably wouldn't have said something to you about like, oh, my friend likes you.
Mhm.
Obviously. But guess what?
So
You want what you can't have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
anyway,
yeah.
yeah. So like, okay, I'm just again TED Talk. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but I just want people to know. Like, I'm not trying to make it about me. Like I've said before, I'm trying to give a statement that I know how it is, or I know how it feels, because you can be you, and nobody can change that.
Right.
Like, it was like, you know, like I keep saying like, you gonna keep a count score on that? But like,
Yeah.
I've had a bad year for 2021. You know, COVID, online was failing, girlfriend cheated on me, yada yada.
Yeah. It's been a
But
shitty year and a half, I would say, for sure.
mm,
Yeah.
and it was like, you know, like, but and I know some people are not really optimists sometimes, and they always think, oh, this is just gonna crash and burn the further I go.
Yeah.
The point is, yes, sometimes it does that, and yes, sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. Whoa! Like, I know that's so cliche, but it's so true.
Yeah. I mean, biggest thing is like you need to just be yourself and not let anybody try to change you. You know.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, and you can't let people get inside your head about it. You know, and you know, my girlfriend also said, she was like, the big thing is you can only control what you do. You know, you control your reactions, I think the more reaction that they get from you is gonna fuel the fire.
The more
the more
fuels
upset you get about it, the
fire.
more angry you get towards them. It's only gonna make them. It's more satisfaction on their end, you know. So I think the best thing is to like either ignore it, or I mean,
It's either
I don't think
ignore it or
violence is the option, but I mean,
no.
Fuck, really?
No, I used to be that child. I thought violence was the answer. No, but what you can do is stand up for
'cause you don't
yourself.
want-
Don't.
Yeah, I think
like-
you should definitely stand up for yourself. I think violence, obviously, in school and stuff like that, is gonna only get you in trouble. You know, what's that?
What? What?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Huh? What?
What?
You didn't hear that from me, but no.
I literally didn't even hear anything. What just happened?
I didn't hear it either. It's okay.
No.
We'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point is, those boys were like doing it to a bunch of like freshmen or weird people, in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, the point is, these people are going to try and get in your way and like be like, oh my god, wow, is that a wig, or is that how you really do your eyeliner? Like anything they'll try to and find to like point out. And honestly, that's like, you can do that. Like, that can be the biggest compliment. Like, I did my eyeliner and I was like, wow, she looks great.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I do. But the best way you can go is probably giving self-confidence or acting like you have self-confidence even though you mentally can't handle it. Like, again, like you said, like, don't give any reaction. Just be like, oh, okay. I just end of conversation.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? You have to go stale face. You know?
Yeah.
Like, again, like I said, I was like always a kid that was like, you know, screw you, or blah blah blah. You know, like, I so angry at the world.
Yeah.
It's going through a lot. Still am.
But there's ways to turn it
And
around,
again,
you know.
yeah. I like, now I'm just like,
And
I don't care.
I mean, you gotta realize too, like you have people, you know, we all have people who actually care about us, that are invested in our lives, and 9 times out of 10, most of those people, you're not, after high school, you're not gonna see them ever again,
Exactly.
and
Like,
they're gonna go on and do probably nothing with their life. And,
Yeah.
and you being a very creative person and very sensitive and just loving person, like, you're gonna go on to do something way better with your life than they will ever accomplish in their entire life. So, I mean, you also have to think about that, you know. It's just, they're insecure, obviously, so you need to just ignore it or stand up for yourself, and if you see it happening, stand up for them as well, you know. That's all we can do. So, I know it's not always just straight up that simple, but, you know, there's, you know, it depends on the situation for sure, you know.
Like, again,
AJ,
you
you're
get your
muted.
toes.
Fuck! I hate this goddamn M button. Let's get fucking 25 goddamn letters. Fucking remove an M from this fucking library. I was actually gonna say something very prolific.
No, go
I'm
for it.
muted. All right. Anyways, I am God. I know. So what I was saying is that people don't know how to handle being bullied, and unfortunately, they let it fester. They let it they don't talk it out. They don't tell anybody about it, and that can either do one of two things. That can either be it's not a good outlook either which way. It's either going to be incredibly detrimental for your own personal health, or you're going to do something that you're going to regret, which is going to be detrimental again. And I would say that for those who are being bullied, for those who feel that they can't cope, for those who are don't know what to do, to talk to an adult. And if not an adult, then my personal opinion would be to seek professional help. And that's not to stigmatize any kind of bullying or any kind of mental health or anything else like that. That's literally the best thing to do, because if you keep all that rage and all that confusion or anything else, and that goes for anything that's going on in your head, if you keep anything in your head, that's going to bite you in the ass, and it's not going to be a good look for anything, and it will not help you out in the end run, and then that's going to completely fuck you up. My opinion. Because I always had my friends around where if I got bullied or whatever else, and then I had a very, very strange group of friends. I still have a very, very strange group of friends. They're the ones who bully me the most, but that's where I got thick skin. I would just tell them to go fuck off, and I don't care anymore. But but you understand what I mean? It's like it's that group of friends where you know it's where it's coming from, and you know that they would die in a hill for you in a heartbeat. Talk to your friends, talk to your parents, talk to your cousins, talk to anybody who will listen to you, and
and also
seek help.
Leslie also says that some schools also have anonymous reporting systems in place too, which is, I think that's very important. Because some people don't have it in them to stand up to other people, and I get that. I remember feeling that way for a while, being like bullied and stuff like that in like middle school. Like at that point I didn't have the courage or the confidence to stand up to anybody until I was in high school, when I was like, you know what, F these guys, like they don't mean shit to me. But it's definitely important to be able to have that option. If you don't want to deal with it per se, you can have the school deal with it, which given that they do it in the right way.
Yeah. So, again, like Ada was saying, bottling up your feelings. Girl. When I say I've been there, I have been there. And once I got into therapy, all of that exploded. And I agree with AJ's opinion, like, do you think? But it's not always going to be like, oh, my friend's here. Like he said, go talk to your friends. Yeah, that's cool, but like, they're not always going to have the best advice because they're on the same level as you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially since they're not certified to help you. The best thing is just to have that friend, like, and these are my mother's words. I know she hears me. These are like, your friend is cool, yeah. But like how I am when people talk to me sometimes, and I have to let this go. I'm the type of person to solve their problems first before my own.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, of course I care for my friend, but you gotta think of your own self first. And as selfish as it seems, that's you. You gotta take care of you. And shoving all those emotions and just like, I'm okay, I'm good. I'm not gonna cut it, because later on, there's just gonna be one point where you explode. And, before I had any kind of treatment, I would cry. And I wouldn't know why. And I think that was because, like, it was so, like, scratched up. My head, like, blocked out that thought and just, you know what I mean? And, crying, oh my god. I know this is very, very cliche. It is, I cannot say this enough. I can't put it in bold ink. it is okay to cry.
Yeah.
Whether, and it has nothing to do with gender roles. Men do cry. Women cry. Children cry. Like,
Yeah.
everybody cries.
Yeah.
Even in between people. Yes. And it's like, we all have feelings. Don't just swallow them and then choke on them later. Again, I've been there. I know how that feels.
Yeah.
Not great.
I totally agree.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like my mom said, no, but like my mom said, like there's anonymous reporting, and my school has an app for it. It's called P3.
Okay.
It's cool. The school was promoting it like it was nothing. You like sometimes get a cash reward, or you get nothing. You're doing good.
Right.
And a lot of people, like when they heard that came out, a lot of people when we were like walking out of the auditorium, they're all like, "Oh, that's a snitch app." Like,
Yeah, because
it's
you're probably one of those people who are picking on people. That's why you think that.
yeah, and it's like, well, we wouldn't have this problem if you didn't do the things you did.
Right.
Like, okay, here's a mini story. Let me get this over with quickly. Me and my ex-boyfriend, we would like, when I was in middle school, we would like sit over there by the old HEB by Blocker, and we would hang out until I had to like actually go in the building. And these like group of 7th graders all just came flooding over there while we were sitting. I was like, what are they doing? And then this girl was like, oh, y'all might want to move because there's going to be a fight. And I was like, first off, I will move if I want to. Like, I'm not gonna move for y'all being immature. And then like after he went to the high school and I was already in the Blocker building, somebody, like a couple hours later, somebody sent me the clip of them fighting. And I was like, are you serious?
Oh,
like,
God.
and the kids here, oh my God, kids, they argue over the stupidest crap. Like, I can't
I
even.
think that's just like middle school and high school in general.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it happens everywhere,
I
Yeah.
hate kids proud of themselves that they were fighting behind the local friendlies. What a bunch of fucking dumb shits.
Yeah.
I know. But yeah. So I reported it, right?
I did it in the gym. I didn't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, so you didn't give it any fucks. He's like, yeah, that's a fucking. Out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the point is, I reported them on the little snitch app. Of course, it was checked in. Like, they were all over this after I sent it in. Like, again, I didn't get any reward. I don't care about that. Like, are you so blinded by your anger that you can't even realize that you're fighting for something stupid? Like, I think they were fighting over, like, I don't remember what they were fighting over, but I think it was either a guy or, like, talking shit about their hair. Like,
Yeah, that's usually what it is.
yeah, oh my God.
At least when I got into a fight when I was in high school, it was because a kid was talking shit about my brother and my family.
Exactly. That's like the basic go-to. Like, of course.
Like, if you're gonna fight about something, it should be something like that, not your hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes, like I'm gonna whoop your butt if you're talking about a family member. Yeah, like, if my sister was still enrolled at Blocker and moving on to the high school, she's gonna be a freshman. I'm gonna be a junior, and I'm just like, yeah. So like, if anybody picks on her, The bear. The bear.
Right.
You don't want to see this angry.
Yeah. I totally
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
And I'm pretty proud of myself because it's really hard to get like super angry for me now. Unless you just piss me off. Yeah. But where was I going with this? I was going with
I'm not sure. Bear,
What was it?
angry, fight, hair,
no.
friendlies.
Before all of
I
this,
love
I just knew I
friendlies.
was
Their
talking
milkshakes
about.
are amazing.
I didn't know that they were not outside the freaking Eastern. I thought they were everywhere. Or whatever.
I forgot about
I
that, too.
gotta go. I shall be right back. I need to attend to something.
Okay, I think we're probably about
Yes.
to wrap up anyway. So
Yeah,
Oh,
just keep
we've been
going.
going for 3 hours now.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So then I'll stay. Okay. Never mind.
Sorry, go make your last
Yes.
point and then we'll wrap up.
Yeah. So, conclude. Be you. You got disabilities. You got birth defects. You got stretch marks. You got small boobs. I don't know. Like, be you. Like, be happy with yourself.
Yeah.
Don't focus on anybody but you. And if people are picking on you, stay confident and just be like, whatever, I'm still swag. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or like anonymously report, or
Or stand up for yourself.
stand up for yourself. And if you're going to fight, please don't fight on school property. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, it's my conclusion.
Very
for us.
valid points.
Very
I
valid
like
points.
them.
Definitely important things that we need, that need to be discussed because these things happen. So, all right, real quick before we end, retribution / corrections. We're counting on you guys to help us build this podcast into something really great and worth your listen. So if we happen to get anything wrong or mischaracterize things from time to time, which we can do because we are human, this is your opportunity to help support us so we can set the record straight in future episodes. We're counting on you to hold our feet to the fire. Just don't burn us too badly. If you're watching the video version, then you will find the links for our social media down below. If you wanted to write into the podcast, you can find us on Facebook at Digital Denizens, Instagram at Digital_Denizens, and also AJ. I forgot to give you a chance to talk about your channels and stuff like that real quick.
Oh yeah, I do stuff. I forgot about that. Shit! Damn it! All right, fine. Besides being incredibly handsome and good-looking and talented and all things, video gaming and just being an amazing person overall, I also own a company called All for Gamers. We have an online store at allforgamers.com. We sell video games like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, tiny arcades, candies, things like that. I have a stream, twitch.tv/A4GZ. Shameless plug. I apologize. I stream on Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And actually Thursday was I played was it Mario Kart, and I had one amazing viewer who was playing Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers with me, and it was awesome. I don't know if you guys know her. Her name is Babe, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It was. She's great. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's what I do. Trying to get gamers together, trying to build a a community. I really do want to get to 200 subs soon, and then start doing charity streams. I've been looking into doing charity streams. I really want to do that, but
awesome.
I don't feel comfortable doing charity streams unless I have an average of 10 or plus viewers, because I really would like it to actually be viable, and I really do want to build up as much money as humanly possible to go to these awesome companies. So word of mouth can help out. If anybody can help out, we can get to 200 streams, 200 followers. Good Lord, I can't speak. And if we can get to 10 average viewers per stream, I can start doing charity streams, and it'll be all golden. That's
Hell yeah, man.
That's my goal.
That's awesome. That's something good to strive for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, please go check out AJ, A4GZ, All for Gamers, all that good stuff. We love him, and he is an awesome, great streamer, and really good personality to watch, even if you're not into the game. There's a lot of cool stuff to chat about in the chat, so
Appreciate that.
totally fun. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is all the time that we have for today's podcast. We hope that you guys enjoyed what you heard, and truly appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of Digital Denizens. You have no idea how much it means to us that you guys, that we're able to do the podcast, that you guys listen right in. As then I always say, hit that like and subscribe button and like what you hear, and keep your ear to the ground for more to come very soon. Thank you, Annie, for coming on. Thank you, AJ, also. And we will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.
You are listening to Digital Denizens.